Hey everybody, thank you for watching Liberian-Tv. This is your boy Jeffy T. Today I'm going to be talking to Zawadi M. This conversation is very casual. We are going to be talking about business in Liberia. It's not an interview, it's just a casual conversation. If you want to join this, you can email liberiantv at gmail. You can also email Zawadi M. This is her email's address. You can subscribe to her YouTube channel. Please subscribe to her YouTube channel. She's always making videos that are very informative. A lot of people love her videos. So please, while I'm waiting for her, let me play something so you guys can.
Oh my God. I feel
One
so
minute.
good.
Well, anyway, the lady, you can see her eating as she coming on the show. Today, I told you that today is going to be a very casual show. So,
Yes, sir. This is not supposed to be formal at all. I'm allowed to drink.
yep, she's allowed to drink. She's allowed to eat. She's allowed to dance. She's allowed to not even talk. I'm just joking. Yeah, today's show gonna just be casual, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. You can come in, you can ask questions. Please don't forget to ask questions. We are here with the beautiful Zawadi M, the one that only Zawadi M. There's no way you're gonna find Zawadi M. So yeah, the one that everybody all my Liberian-Tv fan and everybody going to her channel, subscribing her channel. People are crazy about her. They are calling her. They are emailing her. She can't even write. She's a new big thing in Liberia. If people ask me, depending who you ask, if you
That's
ask
not true.
Jefferson, that's what's gonna happen.
That is
She's the
not true
new
at
big
all.
thing. I mean, business wise, everything. I mean, she's pretty. She's beautiful. She's all of the
No, no,
everything.
no, no.
Stop, Jefferson. Anyway, Zawadi M, welcome to the show.
What's up, Jeff? What's going on? Stop being so casual. Stop being so formal. Be casual for once.
I should be
Do
casual.
do 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 some colloquia. Do some
Should I
colloquia.
speak colloquial? Your hello, my people. They did not easy. Me, I hear to speak my colloquial. They get here, she not know who she playing with. She say I'm gonna speak colloquial. You know, every time they get here, she tell me to speak colloquial. I get scared because the last time they get be my ball in the whole colloquial challenge. So when I'm talking to her, I say, "Your mother mind they get serious. When she ready to speak colloquial, you say you'll say whoa." So what you get to say in colloquial today, before we get to the whole business, the baby English, and that you guys can speak. Me, I'm a countryman. Sometimes I can't understand that English.
Me, I from Grand Uganda.
You are fucking.
I'm
What's
saying
that
I
thing?
don't.
What's that thing that you always do? Biggie, jiggy, jiggy, jiggy. That thing you can say, biggie,
Imuna
jiggy.
no mo dama timi dama yumutamba kimi ema bama.
You know, I always get lost in that. Every time she start doing that, I said, "Me, I'm from like real too," but I have no idea what she's talking about. But anyway, today I'm gonna be
That
mixing it
stuff
up
is
with
a
Okwa.
lot of girls, a lot of young girls used to do it. A lot
Yeah.
of young girls used to like doing that. You know, if you didn't want anyone to understand what you're saying, you're gossiping about somebody, you do that, and yeah.
Now I know the reason I didn't. I don't know how to say it because I'm not a girl. Anyway, our brother from BAIO, Darius, he said, Zawadi and Jefferson, what's up, my brother?
Hello, Jabari.
Another person channel you need to go subscribe to BAIO. Afriston, they're great. Anyway, so you ready for the show today, Zawadi?
What kind of show we get to them?
The whole talking team. You're gonna be talking all the BB business terminology. Then I'm the one gonna be interpreting it to our people.
Mm.
The little one that I can understand.
Which one?
So let's start with this. How are people responding to your business and every the advices that you're giving people, your videos and everything?
I mean, the responses have been really good. I've received emails, just really wanting to know more in depth about business opportunities in Liberia and some of the ways people can go about opening up businesses or perhaps starting their own business, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the response has been good. And then also, I've received a lot of inquiries about the land by the beach. A
Mm-hmm.
gentleman just recently purchased a lot, right?
Yeah.
So I've had a lot of inquiries about that too. And then I've had partnership inquiries. People are wanting to partner with some of the things that I'm doing, especially like in the agriculture sector. As you know, I have a poultry farm that supplies eggs, and the goal really is to supply Liberia, right? But we can
Mm-hmm.
even right now we can't even supply a county like bombing. Like every time that we have a large production for eggs, is gone in like 5 minutes. So
Wow.
the goal is to just really, yeah, to supply county by county,
Yeah.
before we can like try to go over that capacity to supply the country. It takes a lot of labor. It takes a lot of finance and stuff like that. So so people have had those inquiries, and then other inquiries regarding farm and, like I said, mainly the agriculture sector, and also like how people can open like a salon. A lot of what I have said on my channel, people really have been inquiring about it. So that's good. It gives me a lot of hope that Liberians are looking to invest in the country.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Before I continue here, my brother here, he said she's taking sip. It's almost like get your pen and paper ready to take note because this girl will give you guys information. He didn't go that far, but I'm adding more. One thing I want to say, be like this, brother. BAIO, comment, get involved in the conversation. If you want to come live to say something, just email Liberian-TV@gmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe to Zawadi M if you haven't subscribed her. Check out her YouTube channel. Just type that Zawadi M on YouTube and check out her videos. You're gonna love her videos. She's one of those people out there that are not just on YouTube criticizing government, doing this, just talking about, oh, Liberia will be great, our natural resources. They think nobody doing nothing, we are natural. She's not doing all of that. She's helping people how to be successful in Liberia, how to start business in Liberia, even people that are there, people that are abroad. She's advising people. So please go there, check out her YouTube channel, subscribe. If you go there and watch two of her videos and you don't like them, don't believe anything I say. That one I can put my hair on the chopping board about it. Big AH is very serious. So please go check out her YouTube channel. I see the number dropped a little bit. I hope some people are checking out your YouTube channel to subscribe. Again, if you have any question while we are talking, just jump in, comment. Um, you can also email Zawadi M in case maybe you were thinking something and you didn't want to ask here. You can always email Zawadi M. Her YouTube. This is her email address. Did I spell it this time?
Oh, let's hope so.
I
You're
think I
welcome.
did
Thank you.
good. Yeah, I think I did a good job. But anyway, you said I hope so. Will you confirm that I spelled it right?
It is correct, Jefferson. You get a pat on the back. It is correct.
Yeah, thank God. That would have been crazy. Like, wow, how would you know this person and can't spell their last name right? But anyway, get involved, email her if you have any question. If you don't want to ask that question here, I just want to say thank you again for coming on the show. I'm always happy to have you here. You're always fun. You have a lot of energy. And my viewers, they really like you. Every time they're asking me, when that girl going to come again? That girl that you're plenty talking, we don't like it. We let
That's
it go.
Shamugget.
Huh?
That's Shamugget.
That girl there, we let her because everything she say it makes sense. You just go there, you talk nothing. But that girl there, when she go there, she just talking Google thing. That makes sense. So anyway,
Oh my gosh.
about the poultry farm. So you said right now you guys are doing stuff, and every time you bring the stuff out, people are buying it fast. Are you doing anything to keep up with the demand?
Okay, so when this is whoever wants to start poultry farm, I have a video that's coming up, right? So like how you can start your poultry farm from start. I'm not afraid of competition. I can give people information. I really don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but when you are starting a poultry farm, The first thing is to know that the first few months is going to be you're going to be at an affordable loss, right? And that's something that you can afford to lose. So you don't want to start over capacity. You don't want to get like 5,000 birds or 5,000 chickens, however way people want to say it, without really knowing about the business itself. So we started off with 500 birds. That's where we have to start from, and then see how many will die, because obviously there are conditions that could hinder their growth, um, and then see what other illnesses that can impact those birds. So once we did that, we had to see, okay, among one, two, three, four, five, this number of births die, and this is why it either had to do with the antibiotics not being on time or the hygiene of the farm. So once we did our root cause analysis of some of the deaths, then after 6 months, because we started producing May, after 6 months, then you can say, okay, the next batch, you already know what to do next. So that's the reason why we didn't start at a high capacity. We started low at 500, in essence, able to supply a little a market in bombing that we supply relatively quickly. And like I said, it goes very fast. The demand is high. We are not meeting demand, like I said, because we are very, very new into the egg production business. However, the third quarter, we're going to increase our farm by 1,000, right? 1,000 birds, because we already know now how things work. So after that, the goal is by next April to have like 5,000 birds on the farm. Our farm can take about 20,000. So per day, a bird produces one egg. So if you have 5,000 birds, you're producing 5,000 eggs per day. So those are the things that we have to consider in order for us to go and running maps and say we want to supply Liberia. We need the labor, we need people who can do the work effectively, and we need managers or owners who are able to control all of the factors that we could encounter.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's a lot of gibberish.
So I my question is you started something amazing in Liberia that's about to create jobs for people. At the same time, you're about to be successful into something like that. I know you have a lot of businesses. What's the feelings you are having right now? How do you feel about it?
Honestly, for this poetry, I feel really good. I feel good for many reasons. The thing is, we're going to supply Liberia with eggs, and hopefully within the next few years or so, we're going to reduce our import into the country. That has been one of my priorities. And then the other thing is to hire more people. We have a security. We have a guy who does specifically the water, who weed the grass. We have the farmer. We have operational manager, and we have a farm supervisor. So those are people that are already being employed, right? uh, when this farm grows according to the capacity we want it to grow, we'll have a lot of people working. That makes me happy that Liberians are working. People
Yeah,
aren't just sitting at home or just not having anything to do. We're empowering these people, and obviously, as we expand to have consultation on the farm, people wanting to have their own farm will come and consult with our farmers. That's one thing too, and we send people out of the outside of Bonnie to go to other places to educate farmers, and then as we open other branches and stuff like that, we're able to provide education, hire more people. That makes me happy. Seeing people progress, that makes
yeah,
me more happy. And of course, the money is always a motivating factor as well. But right now, I'm not looking to gain any profit. Right now,
yeah.
I'm looking to maintain my operational costs. Right now, it's to increase capacity, and that's it.
Yeah. Another question I wanted to ask. I know working abroad at the same time doing business in Liberia isn't easy. You made a video
It's
about
tough.
that. I'm going to come to that question, but the question is, what do you have to say about your team, the people you're dealing with? Because accomplishing something like that in Liberia isn't easy, and you are becoming successful in it. I'm sure your team is doing good. So, what do you get to say about that? Your partner, your team
Are you referencing my themes in like, oh, okay, as
in
regards
Liberia,
the poultry?
mostly in
Okay.
general. Yeah,
Coordination is very vital in any organization, right? You have to have a strong team, and it starts with leadership. The
yeah,
people who are perhaps the owners, or in like the supervisory managerial positions, it starts there. So once you have that strong foundation, whoever works below those roles, not just below anybody, right? Because we all work as a team. Nobody is lower than anyone. That's just the fact of the matter. But once you establish a strong thing, I believe your business can be successful.
Yeah.
The problem, I live in the US, obviously, right?
Mhm.
My goal is by the next year, I want to make Liberia a part-time home. Before, obviously within my 5 years plan, I intend to move by 70% of the time, to be there 70% of the time. However, in order for you to have a successful business while you live out of the country, you need to have a strong team, and it starts with you, the person who has business. Ensure that the well-being of the people who work with you is a top priority. That's very key. Also know that people are skilled; they're able to do the job, and give them that autonomy. I know it's tricky to tell a Liberian man, hey, take over and run it, but it's a form of empowerment. And it is a form of letting them know that this is your business too. And not only just telling them this is your business, you have to include them into some of those contracts, right?
Yeah.
So that way it motivates them to foster your business goals and objectives. If you say, this is my business, I'm going to pay you the $200, $300 per month, well, that man or that woman could say, I'm just working for you. But if you say there's a percentage for you in my business, not just saying it, but you have to be in a contractual terms and
Yeah.
notarize,
Yeah.
they take that as their own business and put in more work. So that's very key to establish. And you have to be consistent. So what I do on Wednesdays, every Wednesday we have a meeting. Every Wednesday, regardless of how I feel, I'm sick, I put that phone on, check for mortality, check for hygiene, check for number of birds, check for any problems related, antibiotics, food supply. Then we go into how's your family.
Yeah.
Those kind of things, very, very important.
That way they know that way they
So
know
a
you
strong
care.
thing in Liberia will exactly. Sometimes I send medication. When somebody, one of my staff, like right now, he has a cold, and my mother is going back home next week. I have packed up some cold medication, some tea. Take it for them.
Yeah.
I have to make sure I care. In essence, they care for my business. Does that make sense? You have to take care of people, just like your employers take care of you to some extent in the US. You have insurance, right?
Yeah.
You're not providing insurance for those people, but there are other incentives that have to be
Yeah.
provided for them in order for them to be more motivated to work for you. I have my
Yeah.
security at the
At least
entertainment
not yet,
center,
right?
right? At the entertainment center, my security can do anything for me. Honestly, he can do anything for me because you know what? Part of his salary, his child's school fee is being paid for every year by me. That's his incentive. That's his bonus. Therefore, at the back of his mind, I'm gonna take care of this place because you know what? My daughter goes to school every year on this woman's dime. You have to be smart, not just paying somebody. That's not gonna cut it. You have to find other ways to motivate people. People are easily motivated by money, education, and other things. So if you have conversation with your staff and they tell you, hey, you know what, my kid's going to school is a priority to me. Okay, maybe I could pay tuition with that person. Or perhaps they say, you know what, I'd like to go do some checkup. Maybe adding some money to their salary for that becomes very more important. They're still motivated to work for you.
Yeah.
I digress.
One of the questions that I want to ask, I know your business partner, he's a Liberian, right?
No? Mm.
And one of the things that I know that working with collaborating with Liberian, one of the problem that we have collaborating with Liberians isn't that easy. But so far, you guys have a business that is doing very good. How are you both working? How did you guys break that? I don't. I would say correct. How did you guys break that thing to say, you know what, we can work together?
That
That
barrier.
yeah. How did you guys break that?
All right, so in order for you to break a barrier, you have to understand your role and your skills. It's very important. Everyone has different things that they bring to the table. For me, I went to school, I got a business degree, right? But my business degree is mostly healthcare business. So if I'm trying to establish an agriculture business, I need to have somebody who knows about agriculture because obviously I don't. So when you assess your skills level and say, you know what, I don't have this skill, but he or she does, I'm gonna
Mm.
bring this person and have a conversation with them to see, how I can pick from them and see how we can work together collaboratively. Kelvin, my business partner, he is all agriculture. So when I had this idea, I was like, I don't really know about farming. Who in my network can I call? Who's going to say, Emma, I have $5,000 right now, let's start something. I called Kevin and I said, I'm the business person, you're the agriculture. This is my idea. What do you think? He said, I'm on board. We didn't go straight to that. I had to see if character match. Very important,
Yeah.
because you can have somebody who is skilled, who has the money, but if you guys don't have the same vision, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
So Kevin and I, we have the same vision. He wants to elevate Liberia the same way I do, right?
Mhm.
He's very hardworking. He knows that if he put 5,000, I have to put $5,000. Those things were already established before we could even start the building process. So it's important to get somebody on your team that know his or her role, and then other person can balance it. Kevin is the one who does, like, the kind of concentrate we need, the kind of feed and the biotics. Luckily for me, I've learned these things now as we go, but
Yeah.
he's expert. But when it comes to the operational aspect of it, it's me. When it comes to staff, it's me. When it comes to partnership, it's me. That's my role. His
Yeah.
role is to contact other farms in Holland. He lives in Finland, but he will go to Holland and say, "Hey, we need birds. We needed to be transported to Liberia." Anyway, that was just the foundational process. But he's in charge of that. We do consult with each other to make sure that our vision is still aligning, but we
Yeah.
have individual roles, and that helps the farm. So
And
it's fun.
I think when it also comes to working as a Liberian collaborating, it's one thing you said that I really got to is you both have the same mindset. He want to elevate Liberia,
Mhm.
and so because of that, you both you started working together, and the collaboration is going well because there are some Liberians that are good in
Yes.
something, but they don't want to work with other Liberian. For example, a Liberian may have $10,000. They will say, you know
I,
what? Yeah, I'm going to Liberia.
mhm.
I'm going to start my own business. And then when they go there, the business doesn't work out because their mindset is, I want to work with myself. I don't want to work with other Liberian. But you are specialized in something. He is specialized in something. You both have the same mindset of collaborating, taking Liberia forward. So I think that's a good thing. Yeah, you wanted to say something?
And I think, yeah, to allude back to your point of not wanting to work together as a team, I don't want to overgeneralize Liberians. However,
Yeah,
what I have seen in my own experience is that we want to take the glory for everything, right? So
yeah,
instead of partnering up with somebody, we think, oh, if I do this by myself, it can yield the most money, and then I can get recognized. Individual recognition is key for some people. The problem with this is that you can go somewhere by yourself, you go further with somebody else or with a
yeah,
team, because collective effort works better. In corporate America, collaboration is one of the key determining factor for not just profitability but sustainability. To sustain a business, you need people to collaborate.
yeah,
When you go to Lebanese stores, and when I went to Liberia recently, I went to do research. And each store I visited, I spoke with people who owned who work in the store. And I spoke with some Lebanese. Do you know what the Lebanese guy said? He said, I don't own this store. And I said, sorry, what do you mean? He said, because there are five other people who has the aisle. Like when you go to the store, there's the partitions. There's
mm,
somebody who has like water, mainly water. That person put their stuff in there. And you have like maybe your produce. Somebody brought those things in there. So he said, I don't own it. We are five people who own this. Show me a Liberian who would tell you that a store, they don't own it by themselves, or two or three people own it. Show me. Show me.
yeah,
Those Lebanese, they have people who have partition in their stores.
yeah,
In essence, making it that they're not the only one who owns the business. A
yeah,
Liberian who have 10,000 can come to you and say, Jeff, oh, I have 10,000. Jeff, you have 10,000. Another person have 10,000. That's 30,000. Let us put something that it become ours. We want
yeah,
it to be that just mine. in mind, and that's problematic. We can't go like that.
Yeah, and I think one of the problem is you can have, like, just say you have 5,000 or 10,000. You want to start a business in Liberia. The difference between collaborating with other person is that when you have $10,000, another person have $10,000. The other person have $10,000. If you guys combine that, you can create something even bigger. But a lot of Liberians don't understand that, and we have to change that mindset to be able to create something. Because you see, creating the little shops, creating the little things, it's not taking Liberia anywhere. Because how many people are we employing? If you are we employing? If you go to Liberia and say, you know what, I'm going to create this and I'm creating something, this little business, it's great, but you're not employing a lot of people. But if you collaborate and create something bigger, you will do something. So I really like what you and your partner. I think it's very inspiring to have somebody who and you can work together and create something. And you are creating something amazing now. Your business is doing good. People like your products, and I just look
Yes,
forward
it
to.
sells fast. It sells
Yeah,
so fast.
yeah,
I
and
was
that's
talking
a
to my
good
farmer
thing.
yesterday morning, and he
Yeah,
said, "Madam, he's Daniel." He said, "Madam, it's gone." And I said, "What? It's gone? That was quick."
yeah,
Demand is high. We just
yeah.
got to keep up with it.
Before we continue, I just want to say that this is Zawadi M. If you haven't watched her video, you haven't seen her channel, you can just type this on YouTube, Zawadi M, and you will find her channel. If you watch, like I was saying, if you watch two or three of her video and you don't subscribe, or you don't like her video, then don't believe whatever I say. I put my hair on the chopping board, my people. The thing I'm saying here, I'm serious. This girl, all her videos are very informative. A lot of people, when we first started showing her video on YouTube, a lot of people thought she was YouTuber until they got to know that she's not just a YouTuber. She's a super business woman. Besides the portrait that we are talking about, she has other businesses. So that's one of the things I want to ask about right now. You have the entertainment center that you were, how would I say, you were upgrading, or
Yes.
constructions were going on. Would you like to talk about that?
Yes. I look forward to having a good. By next week, we are going to start putting the glasses. I have just been debating if I want to do a transparent glass or I want to do more of a tinted glass. So that really has been my struggle, just because I know there'll be a VIP area, and then there's a more like a everybody area. So I've been deciding that. But anyway, so the decision has been made, and next week they're gonna start putting the glass, and we're gonna go to tiles, and so I have a goal to be done with this thing by December. That's what my budget is set for. And so hopefully it's done by December. There could be other factors influencing that, but that's the goal. This entertainment center, this was the first property I told my father to purchase. This happened 2011. I was I was just getting out of no. I was almost done with college undergrad. And I told my father, I said, Dad, I work part time. I'm paying my rent. I'm going to college. I need a land. He was like, girl, where you have money at? Where's the money? And I said, Dad, I'm going to work every weekend because I want this land. And I started working every weekend. I kind of put my social life on hold. And I said, I'm going to work for this land. My dad was like, okay, finally, after 2 months, I found a land by the river. And I said, Dad, how much is it? And honestly, for what I was making and having all my bills, being a college student, I was like, Dad, that's too much. But go tell that man I want to negotiate. So anyway, I negotiated for it. Actually, he didn't want to sell it because he thought I was a hot spot. And finally, long story short, I purchased this property, Mr. Lord. I talk to him all the time. He's my landlord. I always say, I purchased this property. Initially, I wanted to like put just a small little entertainment place for like soccer. It's and just soccer. That's all I thought about. And then my vision, it went beyond just soccer. So then I wanted it to be like a restaurant where people can go and have events, right? To employ people, and also too to make it accessible to people on the highway,
Yeah,
because hotels are on the highway. But an entertainment center is not on the highway in a sense because you're not gonna go be dancing in the hotel at 12 o'clock a.m. You're gonna be dancing at my place at 12 o'clock a.m. So that was, that's how it came about. And then as I am building, I heard it, and I realized the president has apartment complexes literally 3 minutes walk from where it is. So then I tell myself, this is good. I need to expand to have more services because a lot of people are going to be living here. Instead of them going all the way to Monrovia, this will be their spot. And so that's where all of this came from. And I think when we talk about customer service, we undermine the value of customer service. And I want to be able to make sure that this entertainment center provide excellent customer service, a service that when people leave, they're like, wow, I've
Yeah.
never had this before, and that's part of the reason. I think it's a very ideal location for where it is, and I think this business specifically fits that location. I had some people wanting to buy from me about maybe 4 years ago. There's a compound called Christian Aid. It's like these Americans, white Americans that left from Texas, Alaska, they live there. And they wanted to buy it from me, $5,000, and I told my dad, no, I can't. 5,000 might be a lot of money to a lot of people, but
Yeah.
I think long term. I
Yep.
think long term, and I think we need to develop instead of just selling everything to everyone.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's why. But like I said, my goal is to be done by December.
Yeah. I think maybe I asked you the question before on the other live show, but I'm gonna ask you again. Um, not yeah, it's kind of hard to find Liberian like you who just said, you know what, I want to spend everything I have. Even though I was going to college at the time, I was doing this. I want to spend the little money I have, buy land, start business that will employ people. I want to spend all the money that I'm making now in Liberia, start Poultry, do this, do that. How did the whole thing start? To say, you know what, I want to invest in my country. I have this passion. Is that something one day you woke up, you're like, you know what, I need to help Liberia? Or is that because you are from Liberia, you came from nowhere, you work hard to be at a certain level? Is that something like that?
Um, there are a lot of things that motivated me to want to work for Liberia as hard as I try to do, right? Because honestly, my money I spend in Liberia can buy me the nicest house ever in this country, and I build generational wealth in Liberia, in America, in another person's country. At the end of the day, though, I'm from Liberia. I would die after Liberia. Therefore, when I sit with other people who are from Ghana, because I live in Ghana too, who are from Nigeria, other places, and talk about some of the development that goes on in their individual countries, and they're contributing to that. I and I can do the same because some of these people are my colleagues, right? Even some of these people are my staff, and they're
Yeah,
telling me, I go back home and I'm doing this and this, and I can see that they are. And they talk about the progression of the country, and then I want to stay here and talk about how my country is progressing when I'm not doing anything about it. So that's one of the motivation behind that. And I also I feel like I have a social responsibility to make sure that, other people are empowered, like I said, or hired to some of these things that I'm establishing. Um, when I'm having conversation with a Ghanaian, I lived there, like backward. Well, remember back in the day, right? I know people don't like to account for history because you should have a past. You go to the present and the future. That's just how it is. But Liberia back in the day, back in the old days, like my Sierra Leonean friend, her dad always say, people always ran to Liberia for the news. People always went to Liberia for education. But we have encountered or we have gone through so many other issues that led us to this place now. How can we take how can we get back to that back in that day mentality of perhaps how can we improve that? We as Liberians need to make an impact. We can't sit on our butts and complain about the government because in other countries, their citizens are making effort. So that's my responsibility to do my part. If I know I'm inclined, not just education wise, but also financially inclined to do so, I must.
yeah,
I'm obligated to do so because America is only here to provide opportunities, learning opportunities, financial opportunities. But where you're from, that's where you need to put more most of your resources. And how
Yeah.
you go about doing that, you have to do further research.
I know you're doing a lot of stuff in Monrovia, around Monrovia, like Bombing County and other places. But originally you are from Grand Crew County. Do you have any intention of starting business there in the future?
I partner with my aunt, so we are uh, doing library stuff, just educational stuff. I want to do more of a nonprofit type of thing, education, creating libraries, reading rooms in Grand County. I think that would be my contribution for now. I'm not going to rule out anything to go there. Obviously, the poetry, we want to expand it to all counties, right?
Yeah,
That's the goal. So Grand County is not exempt from
yeah,
that. But as far as now, my intercity, building reading rooms, libraries, those things are our priorities. We're prioritizing that for like Grand Creek County. Grand Creek County people, yeah, no, I come down there for good business, but right now we gotta give it to you here.
So you bought a beach land in somewhere around Monrovia, and the people there, that was Bombing or Monrovia, one of the places, and the people there,
Brother,
the people there, they crying you the chief. They give you the title, the chief. You think when you go to Grand Crew County, you'll be the chief and a queen at the same time?
I still it's still fascinating though because when my grandmother called back to Grand Creek
Mhm,
County, I speak Crew, and they're like, oh my
mhm.
God, this little girl, you still remember Crew, and they're just so shocked. But I don't forget where I come from. I don't forget
Yeah.
those days when I used to walk with bare feet to go and get water somewhere in Grand Cess, right? I don't forget any of this. So anyway, so when I would talk to them, it's like, oh, you get, you're an educated woman, come by, you're a bug woman. I would say, you're all bug woman. I'll
The
come by, but
Bogoma, you
I
know
have to be
who's Siri?
strategic. No, no, no. I have to be strategic in my planning process, when it comes to some of these things. I have 80 more years on this earth. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but the whole chief thing in Bureau really derived from my
Yeah,
sharp.
I wanted to ask you to talk about it.
The whole cheap thing in Bureau, it derived from my shop mouth. When I go somewhere, I try to be like solution oriented, try to tell people like, hey, you want this, right? This is what we can do. You saw this land to me, build a nice, decent house for yourself. Like, let us bring more development to the town. Or just like, okay, you're cheap now, and then there's like you're paramount chief, and I was like, okay, but what the land we have around here for people to come and buy, you know? So anyway, that's just how it, yeah.
Yes, for a lot of you that are
That
not,
land too. Yeah,
no, no, if you want to say something, continue.
yeah. So, but the goal for that land is I'm gonna fence it. I'm gonna fence it, and then focus on the completion of the entertainment center.
Yeah,
I my investments in the US can only go a long way as far as sustaining my businesses back home, right? Because
yeah.
obviously I need to have a life too. So
Yes, of course.
while I'm cultivating these businesses, I also have things that I need to prioritize here.
Yeah.
So the fence will be done and the entertainment center become a focus. So far in that entertainment center, there has been 40,000 plus of my own funds.
Wow.
No loan, nothing like
See,
that.
that's
Out of it
that's what I was
to
talking.
complete it,
Yeah.
to complete
When
it,
I, when I
I need.
yeah. No, you
Yeah.
continue. Sorry.
Yes, to complete it, I will obviously I have to put in additional $20,000, and that's fine. It's already within the budget, but um, I want to, like I said, prioritize finishing that entertainment center first, and then going to that beach land because that beach land, the dream and the vision I have for that beach land is it's just too much. Sometimes like I'm scared of my own dreams.
Yeah. You know whenever I'm telling you guys that this girl, she has invested almost everything I don't know how to describe it, but this girl is always investing in Liberia. When I'm saying this, that she has invested everything she ever worked for in the US. Every money that she ever worked for, she will invest it. She will invest it in Liberia. That's true. $40,000, $40,000. This girl could have gone somewhere and party and gone to some island and have fun and just do stuff. Go shopping, do all
And
this stuff that. that every young girl around her age would do, but she's investing 40 grand. Come on, 40 grand. But some of us, when we have that money, we want to make it rain. But this girl is doing something in Liberia. So I hope you guys are listening. I hope you are listening. But anyway, the chief, don't forget to, she's also the chief of Breville. I just want to say, please, if you want to see her videos and the chief, how people were calling her chief, you can go to her YouTube channel right now, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. People, let support somebody with passion, dream, and everything about Liberia, for Liberia. Go subscribe to the girl YouTube channel. My objective is to grow her YouTube channel. It's not like she want to become a YouTuber. It's not something like that. But she also want to use her YouTube channel to educate people, to give to make videos that are very informative. So we have to support the sister. She has helped a lot of Liberians already, and you gotta support the sister to reach out to a lot of people. Um, I want to get her first to 1,000 subscribers. She's almost there. Then from there, we will reach her to 10,000 subscribers. Then maybe 100, not maybe, 100K subscribers, 1 million subscribers. And she will be representing like Liberia. Yeah, so anyway, we are not done yet. Zawadi M is here. If you have any question, comments. If you want to get involved in this live video, just email Liberian-TV@gmail.com and just comment here and say, hey, I just emailed you. And if you have anything to say, you can just come on the show and do something. Like this is a casual conversation, even though I'm asking her all these interview questions, but this was supposed to be casual conversation. I'm just trying to avoid talking too much, and I'm giving her the chance to talk. But please go subscribe to Zawadi M. If you have other questions that you can't ask here, you can email her. That's it, jayane@gmail.com. And today I got it right. The last time I got it wrong, and we had to change it 3 or 5 times. Uh, but anyway, I'm glad to have Zawadi here. I think you are doing a great job so far. Um, what was the other question that I wanted to ask? The beach line situation. Is there any have anybody ever come to you to tell you that, hey, you know why, I've tried to buy land in Liberia, it didn't work out, and now you help me out? Do you want to say something about that?
Yeah, that's a gentleman. Actually, we're sealing his deal on Tuesday, so I'm gonna be handing his land out on Tuesday. So
You are
that's
breaking you are breaking in a little bit. All right, Zawadi M will be right back. I think we were having some technical difficulties. She will be right back, but in the meantime, I guess you'll be looking at my pretty face for now. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna play the music while we are trying to get Zawadi M back. It's a Liberian or Hill Liberia Hill music. So please don't go away. Zawadi M will be right back. I know a lot of you are here because of her. You don't want to look at my pretty face, and that's okay. She's my friend. I want you guys to get what she's saying. Anyway, Zawadi M will be right back on the show. She will be right back. While we are waiting for her, I want to mention a few things. You can go to her YouTube channel and subscribe, Zawadi M. Um, just subscribe her YouTube channel. Check out her videos first. I'm sure you're gonna like her video. Another person YouTube channel that I wanted to recommend is our brother. His name is Baio Afristin. I think I can put that up there so you guys can see. This brother is always promoting Liberia. Yeah, he's always promoting Liberia, and I want to promote his channel. I want to get his channel to 1,000 subscribers too. Um, I think if you check out his channel, you'll know what's up. I hope I got it right. If I don't, I know I can change it always. And so please check out this brother YouTube channel. I really, he's always following Liberian TV. He loves Liberian TV. Nobody knows a lot about Liberia more than this brother. Just type that on YouTube. You'll be able to find his channel. Baio. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, like I was saying, he's always commenting, he's always following Zawadi, he's always following Liberian TV. I was just interviewing Zawadi M, and I'm sure she's working. Right now, she's having technical difficulties, and we are having technical difficulties. I'm sure we are working on that in the back, and she will be back. It's not. She's not having a technical difficulty. We are having a technical difficulty. This brother is Zawadi M. We thank you for everything. Yeah, this brother is always following Liberian TV, and I really appreciate him a lot. So if you can go to his YouTube channel and subscribe, that would be great. I would really appreciate you. The best that I can do for the brother is to, promote his YouTube channel. He's starting to make a video about presidents of Liberia, and that's I watched one of the videos. Is great. And so I think I hope you guys can subscribe to his YouTube channel to encourage him to make more. Your hello, Marvin Kamara. You all hello, my people. Yeah, hello to you. Thank you for coming to the show. We are still waiting for Zawad DM as we work on the technical difficulties that we are having. It's not her fault. It's things happen, network and all the stuff. We are doing live, so I'm hoping to get her back because I have a lot of questions. In the meantime, let me play the music as I wait for her. Anyway, my people, y'all will not go away now because the fine girl go away. Y'all try to run away from me. I still here, but the fine girl coming back soon. So y'all will not go away. Oh, the thing is not just about the fine girl. There's a business where the girl is giving you good information. That way you don't put your money in the hole. Because you don't listen to this girl, we will say we tell you, oh, like you're on TV, bring the fine girl here to tell you all you were doing when you were looking at her face. You don't want to listen. So people, please listen here. All right. In the meantime, Sawati M, we are working on the technical difficulties that we are having. She will be right back. In the meantime, you can interact with me. I'm a good guy. If you got to know me, I'm not gonna bite. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. So yeah, like I was saying, please also go subscribe to my homeboy. This guy is my homeboy, Prince Gria. Well, Prince Gria, that's my brother. I used to watch his YouTube channel too when he used to upload the music. Sawadi M is back.
Sorry, my phone died.
Oh, we already say it was some technical difficulties from Liberian TV. Now you.
It still is technical technical difficulty because my phone died. It's a technology-based thing.
Technology. Okay, well, that's true. And we are glad to have Zawadi M back. The one, the only, the beautiful Zawadi M, the pretty one. After you left, all the guys started going away. I'm like, what the hell?
Yes.
I'm like, what the hell? Now I hope I can get them back because we have like a lot of people watching. And so you went, I thought, no, they get coming back. They're like, yeah, if she come, we will come. I said, but you can look at me in the meantime. They said, no, we don't want to look at your ugly face. We want to get that beautiful girl. That's how we want. So I said, yeah, the girl said she coming back. They said, we don't want to, yay. I said, other you go away, the girl will be my ball. They say, how you mind if the other people go away? They say, yeah, that'll be you. You get Shama. But anyway, Zawadi, I'm very happy to have you back. She is back. So all of you that run away, and now I know who you are. You're only here for the girl. You're only here for the girl. Oh, my homeboy, retired African. You have to. No, she's my friend. So that ill. What you talking about? Retired African. That all you want to say, you can't hear that. You want to say.
What did the African say?
He
Okay.
said, "You have a crush on this beautiful girl." LOL. Yeah, who doesn't have crush
How
on
sure
her?
are you? I don't have a question, Jeff.
Huh?
How sure are you? How sure is
Yeah.
he? I don't have a question. You.
It could go both ways. You retired African. That all you want to come here to say. No, he's my friend. That's why I'm saying that. He's always following Liberian-Tv. So we love you, retired African. Hope you're living your retired life good. So yeah, somebody said that's what they were thinking. That is what I was thinking. What were you thinking? Yo, we're not. We're talking business here. You want to bring routine here? That routine, we're not here for you. We're just talking business. You know how when we were little, people would say routine. We are just talking business. It's strictly business. No routine, my people. Anyways, I think the only way we will stop these people from talking about crush and all this stuff is to get back to the conversation. I think you're talking about the beach land,
So
how
do you
this
have a
guy,
question, me, Jeff?
excuse me?
Just kidding. Just
I'm
kidding.
blushing. I'm blushing. It's happening. It's happening. Anyway,
Mhm.
you're talking about a beach land.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. About this guy who I know deal you guys are trying to finalize.
Yeah, yeah. He just purchased the land, and so by Tuesday we're gonna give him his deed. The process for me, like I am very careful because my reputation is very key, and of course integrity is important for me. So I make sure I do my due diligence to ensure all of these things are working accordingly. So the fellow, he never met me before. I did my YouTube, and he called me and said, "You gay? I own by land by the beach." And I was like, okay, where are you located? And he told me his location. And then I said, how many acres or lots do you want? He said, I'm going to try you with one. And I said, okay, dude, what am I going to do with your
Get money.
that amount of money that you want to pay for your land? So
Yeah.
anyway, the reason why I really wanted to make this a priority because he has been very discouraged about Liberia, and people have already done some things to his money that he of course didn't like. So now he's trusting somebody he never met before based on YouTube. I not only have to do that for my own integrity, but to make sure that this fellow, have his, he can get his land. So we finalized the process. My team members, we did the cornerstone. We made sure we got the deed, everything, and it's probated on Tuesday. He's gonna receive it, and his sister's gonna pick it up. He already has all the pictures, and I scanned him a copy, so he has that. So then now he's gonna get his deed on Tuesday, and I'm a happy camper. We can all develop Liberia.
So before we continue, I got good news here.
What's the news?
No, well, it's about the viewers. The viewers are coming back again. Y'all made me there. Y'all made me there. When they get on, y'all come back. When she go, y'all go. So that if we're gonna be doing it, I'm gonna tell her to go again. So we see if you guys will go. But anyway, let's get back to business. Yeah, that's really it's a good thing. When it comes to, I know you're doing business in Liberia and stuff like that, but when it comes to connecting people with helping people to buy land, How what inspired you to want to do that?
Look, the kind of stories that I hear every day about people having so much failure in Liberia inspire me to want to even help at all. I have a lot going on, Jeff, as you know. I manage over 500 people here, and it's just too much,
Yeah,
right? And after meetings, I'm too tired. However, like I said, I have an obligation to that country. And if I see my brother and sister who wants to go and develop in Liberia and put something down, and but they have been fooled by other people, and I have done it, I have been an example, and I have the experience from real estate to entertainment to agriculture to even fintech, and I'm also doing a business in Rwanda. I feel like I'm obligated to help these people because they've been lied to. A lot of people stole their money so many times that they're giving up on Liberia. And I'm coming in and saying, no, 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 no. We can't give up just yet.
yeah,
Let me show you that I'm able to help you in this capacity. And then after that, if I fail you, you can go over YouTube and say, this girl lied to me. But let's try this last method, and that's my goal, to make sure that I can get people the land for them to develop. I can give people the ideas for them to go and use it and point people in the direction in which they have to go in order for all of us to help with that rural development process.
yeah. One thing I wanted to say though, it's it's very interesting that you are doing something like that. That means you really care about Liberia because nobody can say, "Oh,
I
that girl."
do. I
Yeah,
do. And nobody, let me just be fair, because I think most people, their fear is this girl is gonna eat my money, or the legitimacy of the property. Very key. In order for you to buy something, you have to know, you have to make sure that it's legit. I can dispute any of that. However, if somebody's 1,005, 1,008, 3,000, 5,000 is nothing. So I'm not here to eat anybody's money. At the end of the day, I'm really just here to help you, for all of us to help develop Liberia. If you have a piece of property, your kids are going to benefit, your grandkids are going to benefit. We have to build generational wealth.
yeah,
And if you think I'm going to eat a $2,000, $3,000, don't call me.
yeah, yeah. Before we continue, I'm gonna keep promoting this girl YouTube channel. This beautiful girl that you're looking at. This is her YouTube channel. Too much compliment, huh?
Yeah.
This is her YouTube channel. Go subscribe this channel and first go there, watch her video. Watch one or two videos. I always recommend that. Watch 2 to 3 videos, and you will see that she always making great videos. Her videos are very informative. It's not like I was saying. It's not one of those videos that I would say, Liberia today, this president do this, the government official do that. They eat the money, they corrupt. We got natural resources, and they don't do this, they don't do that. It's not about that. She is actually solving some of the problem that people been having for years. I mean, so go check out her YouTube channel. A lot of people first when people started watching her YouTube channel, they was thinking that she's a maybe they are a typical YouTuber, but she is not. And once you get to know her, you'll know that wow, she's into business. She's employing people. She's creating businesses, and yeah. So please go subscribe to her YouTube channel. If you can't go right now, you want to listen to her. You want to keep watching her.
I have a new
Just
subscriber. His name is the only Lioness. He or she. Sorry.
yeah. So you can write the name down right now. It's called Zawadi M, and then later after this interview, you can go and subscribe her. Just type that on YouTube. You'll find her. She's the only Zawadi M that I know on YouTube. You're the only, right?
M. Zawadi M. But there are a lot of Zawadi.
Zawadi,
Zawadi is
Zawadi.
me gift. So
Yeah,
obviously there are a lot more people with that name. But Zawadi M is me.
yeah. That's nice. Um, so I think I've asked you the question many times. How can we encourage Liberian to go back home to do business? It's one of the most difficult things because there are people that are sitting out here that are saying, "Oh, that country that bad. The government is this, that. I can't go there," and all these things with all the negativity. How can we encourage people to go back home?
All right. So let's show some level of empathy to those people who feel that way, because some of their claims are very valid. I'm not going to dispute any of the claims. However, if you see a problem, you either solve it or you complain. There's nothing else. There's no between. There's not none of that. In order for Liberians to be motivated to go and do something in Liberia, to be honest with you, Liberians there and Liberia government needs to be welcoming. They have to put things in place to encourage us, okay? Just because some of us are more braver than others, doesn't mean the other people are invalid for not wanting to do anything there. We have to create the environment for these people to say, you know what, I'm going to put my hard and earned money to a country that may come back later on and tell me, say, you know what, I'm not Liberian. So we have to not be blindsided to some of these problems. Now, that's the responsibility of people in Liberia, and that's the people in government, period. However, I think in order for people to leave wherever they are to go and to develop Liberia, to make some type of impact in Liberia, they have to see, they have to have a vision for it. They have to see that, you know, like Liberia is not just a country, but that's my home.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that the saying, a house is not a home until you make it a home. Like,
Yeah.
it's where your heart is, and that's your home. And that's what we all have to understand. That's where we are from, regardless of the opportunities America give you. You can be in America and make all the money you can make. By the end of the day, you are from Liberia. That's
Yeah.
very important, and for
Yeah.
you to know. You can't say you're gonna go to Ghana and go chill, and your country is, you are talking bad about your country. What
Yeah.
is your contribution? If you contribute to Liberia's economy or Liberia's growth and you see nothing, then you can talk. You can sit on the internet and
Yeah.
talk, right? Because you evidently have done something there. But if you haven't done anything there, please be quiet for a little bit.
Yeah.
So in order for us to encourage our brothers and sisters to go back home, we have to let them know that's their home. They have to also know that's their home. We have to let them know the opportunities are there, and we have to. Policies are not really being adhered to most of the time, of course, but knowing that that's our home is key, and creating those partnerships with others. Uh, Helps. I always volunteer my service, Jeff. You know I'm
Yeah.
busy.
Well,
I'm busy.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
still, I still, sometimes I'm on the phone till 12 a.m. and I have to
Yeah.
be up at 5.
Yeah. That I know
Be-
for sure.
Because at the end of the day, I try to help somebody in the best way I know how.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for all of us to say, yes, I have contributed to this.
Yeah.
That's why I always tell people in my videos, I don't pretend to know everything, but I can always point you in the right direction. And even if I point you to the right direction, I'm gonna do follow ups to that person, because you know what? I don't want my name to go anywhere. I don't want my name to spoil. I have taken so much time to build my reputation. I don't want little thing to ruin my reputation. So if
Yeah.
I say I'm gonna recommend you to this person, you better know that's a solid resource.
Yeah.
And that's what I try to do, because I don't know everything. And secondly, I don't live in Liberia, but I
Yeah.
go to Liberia so many times and I do things in Liberia so much that I
Yeah.
can tell you, yes, I know a lot.
Yeah, and
And
that's one of the reasons I always mention that this girl is not your typical YouTuber, because people might be thinking that, oh, there's a girl on YouTube that says she can give you a land, but once they get to know you as as a person who is into management, who has businesses, who has this, who also currently working to become a CEO of a
right,
major corporation. Once they get to know all of this, they'll say, "Wow, this girl, she's actually doing this to help."
right,
Because at the end of the day, I'm helping. I'm helping your channel grow. Like
right.
every time I'm sharing your videos, I don't want people to also think that, oh, Liberian-TV doing promoting this girl, and this girl, she's just doing it to collect money from people, or she's to do this, to do that. So I want people to always know that you are not just the girl on YouTube who's just trying to get people money to invest in Liberia, and and other people thinking they say I say, but they need to know that you have businesses in Liberia. You are talking the talk, but also walking the walk. I think that's the right way to put it. And also, besides what you are doing in Liberia, you will becoming a CEO. You will become a CEO soon of a major corporation. Do you want to talk about that CEO situation thing?
Yeah,
Or
I'm in a CEO in training program, right? So after
yeah,
8 months or 12 months, I run a major company. That's just what it is. However, like I said, that skill the skills that I would gain here. Every time I go to work and I have to sit with doctors and nurses and other people in the hospital or healthcare industry, they all say, "Oh my God, you're so young, but you're so effective." I
Yeah.
want to be able to take that to Liberia, and part of the reason why I tell people I don't want to take over JFK, not that I can run JFK smoothly.
Yeah. I know.
Not bragging. I can run that place smoothly. But I have
Yeah.
80 more years to live on this earth. So whatever I can take back to Liberia to make some type of impact, whether it's through somebody who wants to build a clinic, I'm okay with it. But my program over here right now, it allows me to manage 500 people, and that's just training.
Yeah.
When I'm done, a whole healthcare program, Jeff.
Multi-million dollar company.
What with a company right now that currently put me in charge of a $20 million budget.
Wow.
Training, just training. So if I could take the skills to contribute to Liberia's not forever changing or
Yeah.
forever stagnant right now healthcare system, I could do that. So I'm not on here to take anybody, like I said, anybody 1,005, 1,008, 3,000, 4,000. No, 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 I do not want it. I'm just doing this because we all can contribute to Liberia's growth.
Yeah.
We can't sit behind our computers or phones and say, "Oh, the country is this and that." Oh, my man, my friend, what are you doing? I almost said, "My man, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
My man, what are you doing? My guy, what are you doing? We all have to make that contribution to the
Yeah.
country's development, regardless of how we feel. I'm very indifferent about the president, but that's not my business. I have to do what it is that I think is best
Yeah.
for the people that I want to empower.
Yeah. And that's a good thing. I don't want to go too political, but somebody one time commented on your YouTube video saying Liberian next president after they watch you and how you was talking, and they're like Liberia's next president. Do you have any interest in running for office sometime?
I have 80 more years, Jeff, to live. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say.
No, I know.
I want to say never, but it's not even in my long term plan. None of that at all.
Mm.
My goal is I'm an entrepreneur, right? I think Phil said this the last time in one of his comments. I'm an entrepreneur, seeing a problem and finding a solution to them.
Yeah.
That's what I do. When I was in graduate school here, the hospital in California called Dignity Health, they had an issue in the emergency room. I told them I could solve the problem. That's all I told them. I said I could solve your problem. It's just a simple thing, a root cause analysis. Many people in healthcare probably know what a root cause analysis is. I went to those people in emergency room. I worked there for 3 months. Problem solved. Wait time decreased. My goal is to see a problem and find a solution to it. And I'm not looking to be anybody's president. Not at all. I can make so much impact without being a president because you know what? Most presidents are motivated by greed, and I'm
Yeah.
not greedy. I just want to solve problems. I want to be impactful. I want my kids to say, "Oh yeah, when I pass away, 80 years from now, my great grandkids will say, oh yeah, that girl, that boy right there, that little girl right there, her mom, his mom made an impact to Liberia, and that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
President, y'all can take it."
Yeah. That's a good answer. I just thought I should ask the question because people sometimes people will comment stuff like that, and yeah. But one thing I want to talk about is you made a video, and this is a good part of the conversation that we are having. You made a video about how not to just sit in the U.S. and send money out there, and you talk about how people get people get robbed, like by a family member or other people. Do you want to talk? Do you want to explain that on this interview?
I'm
Even
gonna
though
put my
people
glass
can,
down. I'm gonna
yeah,
put my glass down because I need
yeah.
to talk to you.
Even though people can also go and watch that video, but do you want to say a little bit about it?
I put my glass down for a reason. I'm gonna beg you. In Jesus' name, I'm gonna beg you and beg you. Stop it. Stop it. Stop sending money to your relatives and your friends to do stuff for you if you have not gone to Liberia. Stop it. It's not effective. It's not good for your wallet. It's not good for your budget. It's not good for your planning. None of it. Yes, you have relatives in Liberia, but most of them don't have your interest, my friend. So I have said in my videos is the wrong idea to send money to people back home. Just if you haven't been there for such a long time, for them to do your business or for them to build for you, because at the end of the day, they're gonna take a picture of another person's house and send it to you. That's not okay. But that's your fault because you have not listened. And I'm gonna beg you, please don't do it. But if you decide to do it, don't come crying to me because people send me messages all this time. The thing is very routine. It becoming a pattern now. The same story. I'm like, okay, you just didn't watch my video now that you listen. If you want to do a project in Liberia, please go back home. Go back home, do your assessment, get the team together, put your foundation down, take yourself back. If you have a strong team, you can continue. But there are so many things, there's so many things that you can put in place for them to do your project. You probably ask me like, but then how do you have your stuff back home? I'm a business person. I run it as a business. I don't just go to the library and I want to put something down. No, 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 no. I run it as a business. The people that I hire, they know their jobs and they know that every time I need report, I just don't need. And I also know where I left my project. So if I left my project at a roof level, you send me a picture of somebody else's roof. I know that's not my roof. So you can't fool me. And second, the other thing I do, and I don't want to go too much in depth about this, is that I have operational managers and I have supervisors. And then I also have people on the side who don't work for me. So when they go to my site, they go pretend like they're just making inquiries. So there are ways to be smart about these things. It's you have to be smart, but I would just recommend that you have to go back home before you do any project. Please, please, I beg you.
Yeah. What no, another question that I wanted to ask. I didn't want to make this interview, but at the same time, it's good to get this information because your videos are very informative. So I just wanted to ask some of these questions. How is it like doing working with the dealing with the government when it comes to starting a business?
All right, let me tell
The
you
good
the
and the
secret.
bad.
Let me tell you the secret. And I'm sure some government officials do watch my stuff because one of somebody that I know he works with government. He said, "Hey, you little girl, you always running your mouth, but you said good stuff."
I wanted to ask that as a question too to say, had anybody from the government reached
Oh
out to
yeah,
you?
oh
Okay.
yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
but first let's talk about the business part of it first. They're doing business in Liberia dealing with the government.
The thing is the secret that Indian because I know the president of Blue Crest. I don't know if many of you guys know Blue Crest University in Liberia. It's like a technology based university. So I know the president, and so I have conversation with these people, and in order for you to establish group rapport with the government of Liberia, you have to show that you are doing something that is beneficial to them. That is true. Um, hmm, Pay your taxes, making sure that you're making an impact. You show that you're making an impact, right? Because I can say a lot of things right now, but you have to make sure that you are making an impact before you establish that relationship. You probably just want to start from the mid range, not just the bottom, indicating like people who work in bottom positions, which of course those people are very important too. But like you want to start with a strong business, a business that you can pay taxes. Many Liberians think they go to Liberia, they don't pay taxes. That's a problem. That will cost you a lot. You will put yourself in a lot of problem, and then you don't bring people on your side because they feel that you're not contributing. But if it's evident that this person hire people, this person can pay taxes, money coming to the country, you will be people's friend. You know what I mean? But don't say, oh, I'm just gonna open a business, I'm not gonna register it, I'm not gonna pay taxes. Who are you then? So some of those basic things has to be established. Then you start to make friends, indicating like if you have an event, invite one government official. Like I know the ambassador to London. I talk to him all the time. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
talk to people on Capitol Hill all the time. It's not because I'm the smartest person, but because I know that networking is very important regardless of where you are, and make
Yeah.
people know that what you're doing is impactful. That's how. And then once you start to build that relationship, they see you. They see you and say, okay, this girl, she's doing something.
Yeah.
Or this guy, he's doing something. It has to be a gradual process. Remember, Rome was not built in one day time.
Yeah.
So it's your relationship with the government. It's not going to be built in one day time.
So my question is, if I wanted to start business, like just say, yeah, I got some money in my pocket. I can't wait. I want to start business in Liberia, and look, the first thing is to go to Liberia, right?
Yep.
And now I get to Liberia, I'm looking around, but what am I do now? So what would you say to me? What's the first step to do after I get to Liberia? Make it like, okay, I want to do business, and I don't
Once
know. Maybe you already explained that.
once you go to Liberia, you have to go to different community and see what they need.
Okay.
You go to community, just talk to people. You know, when I went to the highway because they're trying to expand the roads, and I started to speak to people on the road, and some of the people were with me. They're like, Emma, what are you doing? And I said, I'm doing research. Damn it. Talking to people, hey, how do you guys feel about the road expansion? What's going on? What's going on with your life? What are your kids? Just introducing myself to get a feel. When I put that entertainment center on that where it is, nothing was around there. People are like, man, this would be a good thing. And I asked them, I said, hey, if I build a apartment here or entertainment center, which one do you think will go?
Yeah.
Majority, majority of them said, if you put entertainment center, it will bring people to work, my sister. And many people will come here because it's not yet. I said, yeah, problem solved. Finish. Done deal. Bombing. When I put the poultry over there, there were market women. I talked to some of my video yesterday. I went to the market. I didn't go to the market to run my mouth. I went to the market to ask people, to talk to people. Before I even put that poultry over there, that was done. And they told me, you know what, my sister? If you were to have a poultry here, it will supply us. When I be going to Moravia to go get eggs there, and then I'll go to Douala, and then I'll go to Freeport, and I'll continue to move and continue to move, right?
Yeah.
You have to do your assessment. You have to see, is this business even needed here? Jeff, if you have 14 hotels in one little town, why would you put hotel there? The need is not there. So you have to do your need assessment and say, what do these people need? And after that, if somebody say you need to put club where they have 5 clubs, you ask yourself, does that even make sense?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. But you have to do your need assessment in these various communities. Like I told you, I'm not only in it for money. A business person is in it for profit. That's just the bottom line. But I'm in it for profit and to make a change. So if a community tells me we need this because you can hire more people, I would think about it as a business person and I ask myself, does this make sense? Does it make sense for my budget? Does it make sense for long term? Then I'll do it. That's pretty much how I have been navigating things. Like in bone mines, when I bought the 50 acres of land, it's not because I have money to just waste around, but those people told me they want schools. They want me to build a school. They want me to build a water system, and I told them deal. And then I bought out 50 acres. The project that will go on that 50 acres of land, it will give them job. Their kids will go to school. It will allow me to build the school that they want. So I did the need in bombing, bomb mines. I did a needs assessment in bomb mines, the community. Okay. I think I have a video on my channel when I was going to have it and I got the bomb mine. I ate all that palm butter there. I did my need assessment and then I decided this business here I want to do here, a lot of people will get hired. And when I received the proposal from my team members, the number of people that will be hired will be 16.
Wow.
That's enough for a start of this business I want to do. So my point is not to go off tangent. It's for you to make sure that you do your needs assessment. It's very important regardless of what business you want to form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is nice. I want to, since we have a lot of people online now, I just want to do this one more time. If you have ever seen video that we share on Liberian TV about Zawadi M, please check out this girl video and please check out Liberian sister video and please subscribe. If you've seen something like that, know that the Zawadi M that I've been talking about, she's the one we are having this business interview today. So if you haven't subscribed her YouTube channel, Please, you can write this down if you want to keep listening to what she's saying. Maybe you are interested in it. Just write this down, Zawadi M, and later after other days you can go on YouTube and type this in and subscribe her YouTube channel. People, please subscribe her YouTube channel. I'm very touched by her, all the effort she's making, spending all her money in Liberia, trying to create jobs and everything. This is one of the reasons I always try to share her channel. I want a lot of Liberians to see what she's doing. And we always talk about this. I know a lot of you will be annoyed by now, saying that, oh, you guys are talking, she's not typical YouTuber. We are not saying being a YouTuber is a bad idea.
Oh no.
However, she has something bigger going. We just don't want people to think that, oh, there's a girl on YouTube who says she can do this. She can wear miracles. She can do that and do this for you.
No.
Which this girl has so much going on. I know this girl. I mean, she got so much going on. She got her CEO in training stuff going for American corporation. She's working to become a CEO. And she also had businesses in Liberia. So for me, I'm touched by that, by somebody who has all these great things going out here, but still want to help our people back home create jobs and all of that. And I'm always telling myself, if I can use my platform to help somebody, to promote somebody, that's what I want to do. And she's doing that. So go check out her YouTube channel. Write it down. You don't have to leave right now. I know some of you are leaving. You don't have to leave right now. Just write that down. And later, after the interview, you can just go check out her video. And like I always recommend, check out 1, 2, 3 videos and see what happened. Um, but anyway, guys, we are still here with Zawadi M, and I have so many questions. Let me know if you have to go at some point. I know you are very, very busy
But
person.
the only thing I have to do, as you know me, I'd like to have plants in my home. So I'm gonna go to the plant shop and I'll go get my nails done.
Oh,
So
nice.
I'm okay. I'm okay. And then I'll come and make some fufu soup or maybe like greens.
Oh, nice. Wow, that fufu soup.
I have some greens. Yeah. So I think I will fry it.
Yeah, so true. So true. She is making a great impact. Yeah, she is making great impact.
Thank you, my sister. My
I
sister,
heard,
thank you. Oh my brothers.
she's the one who said she subscribed your channel before she created her channels. But yeah, if you have any question that you would like to ask, you can always no, that's the wrong email address. You can email jagine@gmail.com, or you can also once you subscribe her YouTube channel, if you comment, trust me, this girl will respond to every comment. With her business
Customer
schedule,
service is key. I will respond to
mhm.
you. Don't worry.
I think maybe there's something I don't know. Maybe her assistant always responding to the comment.
It's
Special
me.
assistant, personal assistant.
It's me.
So she's the
I have to.
CEO.
I like to add personal touch.
Yeah, the CEO. I'm sure the CEO has personal assistant, and if she doesn't,
At work, yeah, sure.
I'm down to give my service to be the special assistant. The CEO of Liberian-Tv is a special assistant for Zawadi M. But anyway, one of the questions that I wanted to ask: how do people pay taxes? How do business owner pay taxes in Liberia? Is there any process?
It's a yearly thing that you have to do. So like many people who purchase land there, they don't know they're accumulating taxes on those, those properties. So please do the best you can to pay your taxes. Okay.
Yeah, you shouldn't just be telling the government, you're eating all the money, but and the country is not developed. Why the country is not developed, but you have a business, you're not paying taxes?
Well, let me tell you the importance of that. Maybe maybe people think they don't want to pay taxes and nobody's going to come after them. While that is true to some extent, you have to think about it in a business sense. My goal is to get a contract with a major airline, right? When my entertainment center open, I want to cater.
Hmm.
That airline's not gonna give me gonna give me that contract if my business isn't registered or nor is incredible. So if you want to go beyond, just little jobs or a fewer people coming to your entity, you have to register your business. It has to be legit. If you our goal other than providing eggs for Liberia in all of Liberia, my goal is to export to our team goal is to export to Sierra Leone or to other African countries like Guinea. Those partnership agreements. It has to be registered. You can't think that your business not going to be registered and become a legit business. No. And then secondly, I think once you register a business, you apply more seriousness to it. So that's very important. And then pay taxes, do your due diligence regardless of where you think the money's going. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Actually,
it,
that's
it, it do it do hunt you back though, because if
yeah.
you purchase a land and you say, you know what, I'm not gonna pay my taxes on it, da, 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 you it accumulate. And when that one person who work in that department decide to go and find you, you are still going to pay.
Hmm. So the thing is, if you want to pay taxes as a business in Liberia, it's it happen once a year.
Yeah.
You go to you go to the Liberian Revenue
Authority.
Authority, and you just go, okay.
But make sure you get a receipt. I said this in my videos. Everything I tell people in my video, this is based on experience, people. I don't make these things up. I have a business in Rwanda that's currently going on, Jeff. I think you know about this already.
Yep.
But those steps, those things are very, very key to do, people. If you want people to know that your business is credible, you have to do those things. Okay. What is taxes? Sometimes taxes could be like $36. What is $36? Some of us that's like 2 cup of coffee,
Yeah.
3 cup of coffee. I don't know.
Yeah. If you have any question for Zawadi M, you can ask that now because at some point we will be leaving. I know every time I tell people I'm about to go, that's when a lot of people start coming on. But if you want to ask any question, you can ask that here right now. You can comment so that she can answer it because I'm sorry, I'm getting hungry. I'm hungry to get talking
What
about.
are you going to have? Carry
She's talking. She's talking about fufu soup. Now I have to go find the African market to find some fufu soup and see what I can do with that. But I'm getting hungry. But anyway, we still have I would say for now to 12:30 we will leave. So if you have any question, you can ask her. How often are tax due for a property or a business?
1 year,
Okay.
yearly, annually.
Okay. Yeah, I think you mentioned that. Yeah. So it's like you
That's
hear
a
one
very good
year.
question. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Um.
was a great question.
Yeah.
Um, is there anything that I'm missing that we haven't talked about that you want to mention?
Business opportunities are in Liberia, but however, I would tell you this: if you don't act now, you will regret, and you'll be a cleaner in your own country.
Yeah.
If you don't act now in Liberia, you will be sorry. This is something that I can see. This is a trend. As you guys start to see the year of return in Ghana, you might think, oh, well, it's only Ghana. People are looking outside of Ghana now to see what country, where in Africa they can go and invest. Liberia right now, the price of land is not as significant to other countries. So some people might be selling that in Kenya. I talked to Winnie, my friend Winnie, and I said, Winnie, how much it is about a lot in Kenya? She said, sis, are you looking? You are looking at more than $5,000. Because I was doing some inquiries for Kenya, because people know that Liberia is a little cheaper, they're gonna go there.
Yeah.
And you, my friend, you'll be very, very sorry if you don't act now. Some of us will be selling land to you for 20,000, and you'll be like, "Oh,
Yep.
do it
I should,
now."
I should have bought a 1,500. I should have bought a 2005. I should have bought a 5,000.
It'll be late. I get,
Yeah.
I get people the trend right now. uh, Removing COVID from all things considered, Liberia has some momentum prior to COVID as far as the real estate market is concerned. After COVID, because it's projected, when we have some of these physician meetings, it's like, okay, 2022, that's when we'll all get back to normality. Well, yeah, that's what you say. But 2022, 2023, the momentum starts to build. Liberians are going to be sorry if they don't act right now.
Yeah. So the person asked question: Are foreign born African American allowed to start businesses, buy land? Thanks so much for sharing your knowledge. Take care. So yeah.
Absolutely. Foreign born African Americans are actually allowed to buy land and own businesses there. Absolutely. I've done this for two people.
Yeah. Yeah. So now you can, if you're African American, you can go there and buy land.
Because according to our constitution, Negroes are not
Mhm.
exempt. You
Yeah.
understand that, right? You
Yeah.
understand that. So yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And actually, one of my friends who I purchased land for, she's going back with me soon. I'm excited. She's
That's
from
nice.
here. She's American.
Yeah. That is great. To have somebody who is American and to have interest in
We gotta
Liberia.
take more
We
investors.
Liberians need to take steps.
Okay, we gotta take more people back home to invest.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good thing. Like I was saying, it seems that we will be going. I hope I'm not cutting things up. What you say? You want to stay a little bit? Because this is a black people thing. We black people, we get our thing
Hey Jeff,
going.
as I told you, I only gotta get my nails done. I'm going to one of my favorite guy, and I can go whenever I want, and then I'll go get my plants, and then I'll
Hmm.
make some green stuff with food, whatever I want to eat.
The thing is, we have people still watching, and it's so hard for me to leave when I have people watching. So
That's
it's
why you have
that
to ask questions. I'm not a robot.
people, please keep asking question.
Or they have to
Don't
add into it. I don't know.
keep asking questions because I'm gonna continue to ask questions too. It's just that I've been asking so many questions, so I want to give you guys, the viewers, chance to keep asking questions. But before we get back to what you guys are thinking about your questions, I want to say please subscribe to YDM. This girl doing great job. See her video. Go to her channel. Check her out. And if you don't like it, say see ya. But I'm sure you will like her channel. Go check out her channel. Watch one or two videos. I always recommend that. Watch one or two videos and you will see. Read the title, you'll see what she's talking about. Some of the things that she's talking about right now about how to do
How to
businesses.
open a hospital, a
Yeah.
healthcare entity is very,
That
very.
was my next question. Saying you are into health, are you thinking about is that something you're thinking about that one day you want to own a hospital in
You
Liberia?
better be smart about that part. Actually, honestly, I always say, if somebody could just take me now and
Hmm.
put me in one of the hospitals in Liberia, I would transform it in 1 year. I'm not kidding. But again, I have 80 more years to
Yeah.
be on to be on this planet. My goal, that's a long term goal, obviously, right? My long term goal isn't like just a hospital. Is to transform healthcare,
Liberian health system.
Liberian health system. It's a systematic thing. It's a systematic issue, and we gotta get from the bottom to the top, and that's my goal.
So what you think? You don't have to give your plan or your idea, but what do you think? What do you think can help make the Liberian health system better? Like, what are some of the things need to be put in place?
We just don't have the resources.
Hmm.
That's what it is.
So if you were at JFK right now, let's just say you don't want to do that, but if you were hired to go to JFK right now, you think you can make a big difference to change?
I can make department based impact initially.
Mhm.
That would be my first year plan. That would be my first year plan. Revamp some policies and implement policies, because you can have policies and if they're not adhered to nor followed, it doesn't matter. It could just be something sitting there. So I will have to revamp the whole hospital department wise and create a whole hospital based policy, and have that be adhered to. That would be the first thing. The next thing would be more of like having the resources, because what is it like, some of the equipments that are needed for some of these very sophisticated tests, they're not there.
Yeah,
They're not. And also see, just because somebody went to school to be a nurse doesn't mean they are qualified to be a nurse.
yeah.
And what kind of test what standard is applied to any of it? Right. So the issue, the way I would look at the issue is like it's a bottom to top. I'm not
Hmm.
looking at it from a bottom up no more, right? It would be from like the ground, like I said. When I transformed the emergency department at Dignity Health, to make sure that the wait time was no longer 11 minute drive down to 6. I did a root cause analysis. pretty much looking at what the root cause is. And the root cause for that hospital, it didn't start 10 years ago. It actually started 12 years from when
Wow.
I did that project. So you have to see what the problem is. And if it would be for JFK, I could go far back as 40 years ago, in order for that to be transformed. But like I said, I want to live long. I really want to live long. The problem sometimes is, who are you to think you can make such a change in this country? That's some of the problems that we encounter back there. Like, if this person didn't do it, who do you think you are to come in and make these changes? By the end of the day, it's just the betterment of the country. It's not so much of who you think I am. It's
Yeah.
just to really make an impact. But like I said in my videos, we can target most of these things from the private sector. Most of them can be changed from the private sector. It doesn't have to be politically based. I can go in there. I already know the step to establishing a healthcare facility. I can go in there and establish and form a hospital, and then it become mine from the private sector perspective. But I'm not there yet, because if you see my 5 years plan, there are different things within it.
Yeah.
JFK into one of them.
You guys can compliment here. Wow, my background is in healthcare, non-clinical side. You are such a smart woman.
Thank you. You're so kind. Oh, not clinical. Okay, so go back to that comment, please.
Yeah, not clinical.
Not clinical side. Okay, you're such. Okay, so kindly, if you don't mind, I would like to hear more of it. Are you more looking at the social service, healthcare realm, or are you looking at what are we talking about?
So you can email jagine@gmail.com. If you're still there, you can email her and she will get back to you. Or just subscribe her YouTube channel, comment on one of her videos. I'm sure you guys can connect.
Yep.
And yeah, so the other person, I think they are asking you something that have to do with
Yep.
roofing. Can your company do the roofing of a house already built, and how
Yep.
much would that cost?
Yep. So I wouldn't know the cost until I know the square footage of your home. Until I know the size of your home. My guy Joseph he's with modern design. He does really great modern design, and I can't wait for you guys to see the glass work that's been done at the entertainment center next week. So if you want the Joseph them to do the roofing on your home, I have to see the home. I have to know the square footage. I have to also know your plan in order for me to say this is how much it's going to cost. Of course, we want to be more cost effective. We want to make sure that we are fair in pricing, and it's not just something that we're going to run somebody out of the bank. We can always do that. So please kindly contact me at the email provided by this gentleman here.
Sure. Let me put the email up again before we go to the next question. So this is the email, jagine@gmail.com. Just email her and she will for sure get back to you. I know that for sure. She's always reaching out to her fan, the busy schedule. That's what I was thinking. Maybe she has an assistant that she hasn't said anything about it. She has an assistant. She's a CEO. So
I work. I have people who help, but yeah,
yeah. But the thing is, she also like to interact with her fan,
I
like
do
that.
it.
So that's the thing. Let me see. We done with that. This one, the person say, I'm thinking about running tech-based businesses. Is the workforce already there? Could one expand and have support centers developed with current infrastructure?
Okay, so I don't know if she's aware of my area. My area is a tech-based company, right? But when we put my area in the market, my area is a ride-sharing application similar to Uber and Lyft. That's something that I developed with a partner in Liberia. The reason I want to talk about this is because the opportunities are there, but you have to know the right time to go into the market. We got into the market obviously during COVID. Regardless of if you're $1 billion company or $1 million company, you understand that during COVID, your business did not do well because of obviously of the situation that we are in. So therefore, that my area in Liberia had to be put on a pause. When we reassess the environment, then we can get back into the market. So like I said, it's like an Uber, Lyft type of business. So as it relates to tech, in order for you to have the workforce is there. So let me just address the first part of that question. Is the workforce already there? You have people that are very well equipped with if whether you're coming from software to hardware, you have people there already. Whether you're coming to design of the interface of your application, people are already there. So you do have the workforce there. Very smart people. The labor is going to be a very reduced labor depending on who you hire. So yes, absolutely, the workforce is there. Who want to expand and have support centers developed with current infrastructure?
Mhm.
Absolutely, absolutely. The only barrier to that is marketing. That to me is very pivotal in terms of getting this out, expanding more on the fintech or the tech company that you want to establish. You really have to market it well, and you have to educate the general public, because if people are very used to doing certain things, and if you try to come and transform or change that pattern of doing things, it can be a struggle, right? So educating and marketing for some time will actually get you a long way. So, for example, when we first started my area, which is like similar to Uber, the payment system, people were not really used to it. People are more concerned about, hey, can I pay with cash? And in the app, it said no, you can pay with mobile money. But the struggle was living from cash-based system to that mobile money. Yeah, how could we expand more on that? Educating the public. So just to not go merry-go-round to your question, yeah, the workforce is there, the infrastructure is there. It's just more marketing that has to be done. If I didn't answer your question, we can further discuss that.
Yeah. So the other person said case care management with inpatient hospitalizations and discharge planning for patients.
Oh, that's very nice. Okay, kids and care management. That's also good, and that can be because it goes on the follow up.
I can hear you.
Sorry, somebody was calling me from Chicago. I have no clue who they are. Um, so case management, care management. That's very good. Inpatient hospital. Okay, so actually, this role is important in healthcare as well. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, this person role is very important as well, because then it does allow you to see your re-emittance, like to see if people are re-emitting for the same issue or not. So yeah, definitely, I think we can chat more about that.
Yeah,
uh,
the person said the top picture of your email, and it
okay.
said thing again like yeah, they will get in touch with you for
I
sure.
would definitely like to talk to her about it. You know, as Jeff, I think you know my friend Blessed. She
Yeah,
does management. That's something we're discussing. That she's very vital in the healthcare field, even if it's non-clinical.
yeah.
Hmm.
I said. One of the questions I wanted to ask, I know since you guys are talking about health right now, I've been a lot of people have been telling me that COVID cases are getting serious in Liberia. What do you think the government need to do right now to deal with that?
Actually, I called my dad when that happened. I said, "Dad, call all the family back home. Tell them to wear the mask. Tell them to continue to wash hands. Tell them to stay away from crowded areas."
Yeah,
They need to do a whole country announcement. And these, like, I know the health ministry already started that, because one of the crowded places in Liberia is like the sports stadiums. So
hmm,
I read this morning that the health ministry have already told people, wear your mask,
yep,
the things that they were supposed to already be doing, right? So they're reinforcing that. The entry points, they have to emphasize that entry points, and that is not only limited to the airport. People coming into the country, people going outside of the country, they have to make sure those areas are sealed. And then you have to also go to the border, right? People also coming in, people are going out. You have to make sure those entry points are also set in place. And then crowded areas such as schools, you have to make sure that the policies are being adhered to. And the policy being adhered to in Liberia is a big problem.
yeah,
But the number of deaths as it relates to COVID has increased. So we have to make sure that those procedures are being adhered to in those places, like I said, the schools, the church, the bars, and those places are easily crowded. We have to put policies in place. The mask mandate, it has to be a mandate. This is no longer a choice. You have to put that in place. And in addition to all of that, then you have to think, long term now, if it continues to go up, then you have to think about vaccination. And I have my say about that. I mean, healthcare, and I took my vaccine, whatever. I'm not telling everyone here to get vaccine if you don't think it's crucial, but that would be the next step. But for now, your entry points, your crowded areas, you have to have a mandate for those places, and perhaps maybe then reassess the curfew. The reason I don't so much like the curfew, because then it's taking time for market people. But if you can tell those market people, like, separate yourself, have masks, and all those things are in place, then it's not going to cut away from the money they're supposed to make. I'm not the president though.
People, I hope you guys keep asking questions. This girl is ready to answer your questions today. She's on fire.
I have had
She
mine.
got her little drink going, which she's sipping at the same time. I wish I prepared something for myself too. But anyway, good job, Em. I think you're doing great job, and I really appreciate you for being on the show. We are still here. You guys ask questions. Keep asking questions. This girl like to answer your question. In the meantime, if you're just joining us, it's Zawadi M, the one, the only, the one you always see on my channel, the videos that we always share.
The one and only Manchester United fan.
Meet the celebrity, the celebrity. Meet her.
Love
She's
Manchester
here.
United. The best Manchester United fan. That's it.
All right, the Manchester United fan. That makes her happy, and makes me happy too
Yes.
because I'm Manchester United fan. Die hard. I like Manchester United. Die hard. But yeah, people, please keep commenting. Subscribe her YouTube channel. Please, people, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Um, check out the video. Watch one or two videos and see what's up. And I'm sure you're gonna like her channel. Her videos are very informative. I come on YouTube. Leave my basic work, my stuff that I'm doing right now. Leave all of that. Come on YouTube and I'm just talking and talking. Sometimes some of the things that I said, I'm like, I'm just joking, and sometimes I feel like, man, they don't make sense, but people still laugh. But this girl, her videos are very informative. I mean, go check out the channel. Watch two videos. I want to get her channel to 1,000 subscribers, maybe by the end of today. It's possible, and then we will take her to 10,000 subscribers. We take her to 100K subscriber, 1 million subscribers. Um, yeah. So the last time you went to Liberia, I wanted to ask this. The last time you went to Liberia, you had a lot of security behind you. I know you're the chief and everything. How did you manage to have all this security? You're like the president. You're more than the president of Liberia.
uh, a lot of those people behind me really believe in the vision. Um, I think I consider them my team. We're all team, right? But the gentleman in the blue, he said, "Emma, you're going to transform Liberia in ways you don't know how.
Yeah.
You don't no, now you don't know how. You're not thinking right now." And I'm not doing this thing for any popularity. As you know, I'm just very quiet person. I don't. YouTube is taking me out of my element. Um, I think I do this because we are very underrepresented as it
Yeah.
relates to content from Liberia. And I think I just want to be very positive on my channel. There are pressing issues in Liberia. I'm not going to alleviate any of that into the conversation, but more content out of Liberia and encouraging and showing that the potential and the opportunities are there. It's just really, like I said, the reason I'm on YouTube. So this gentleman pretty much told me, say, Emma, you have a lot at stake here. So we got to protect you by any means. So, they just volunteer their time and take me wherever I think it's vital for me to go and speak to people there and make some changes as it relates to their living conditions. Thanks for the
So
answer.
yeah, this person is
Oh
responding to
yes.
you. Thanks for the answer. Call center is one step that my partners and I are working on expanding along with computer programming incubators. After COVID, seems like we need to make a trip over. Yeah, that's a good
You
idea.
know what? I would like to speak with her because, like I said, I have a good connection with the president of Blue Crest University, and he always refer his students to me, and I kind of give my input in like how we can improve the school as it relates to like enrollment and all of in other things. And I think that partnership too will will work well because they have actually established credibility within the government.
Mhm.
And so anyone looking to go into the fintech or the tech industry, um, has a better chance. So yeah, please, we really can have more conversations surrounding this. I'm into fintech. The business that I do in Rwanda is fintech, mostly tech based. As many of you guys know, Rwanda is one of has the cleanest city in all of Africa, and I do business there. It's very smooth to actually do business in Rwanda. But like I said, Liberia is what I want to elevate. That's why I don't talk about Rwanda, but I have a fintech business there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I would like to have more conversation with that person.
Yeah, so your brother is here. He's saying this is a great life. Of course, we have Zawadi
Yeah.
M. How would this not
Hi.
be a good life? Whenever I have you or Zawadi, it's just great live video. You guys do the talking while I do the listening. So that's a good thing. And it's like Zawadi, she knows what she's talking about. You always know what you're talking about. So it's a good live always. Um, like I was saying, you can email Zawadi M. Oh no, that's the wrong. Yeah, that's the right one. You can email jagine@gmail.com if you have any question. People ask question now. Or
Something great is coming to something great developed by Liberians
mhm.
in Rwanda is coming to the market, and I think Liberians are going to be proud.
What is that?
It's coming.
Not yet.
It's
Not yet.
coming. It's
Yeah.
coming.
I guess we
It's
will.
exciting.
I guess we
We
will wait
had
and
a meeting
see.
yesterday. We had a meeting yesterday, and it's just like, wow, Liberians, the bank in Rwanda are very excited about this product. It's built by Liberians. So
Is that something that I know?
yes, you are very aware
Okay.
of it. It's fintech
I
based.
rest my case, or I would have just kept pushing until you spit it out.
No, I will definitely talk about it because obviously it's a Liberian product. It's
Yeah,
in Rwanda because
yeah.
I have some of my partners in Rwanda as well. And so yeah, it's coming. It's
You
coming.
don't have to
Right.
say. You don't have to say.
Yeah, it's coming.
You don't have to say what is that. But my question is, why you Liberian left Liberia and go to Rwanda? Is that for a specific reason?
Oh yes, it's a strategic reason.
Okay.
Um, when it comes to fintech and when it comes to the kind of business, obviously I'm gonna.
Don't spit it out.
I know that I'm really trying here for that kind of business.
Hey,
It has a lot of regulatory things that has to be adhered to, and some type of is a credibility issue in terms of penetrating the market and the bank's approval and international banks approval. And so Rwanda does have that little bit of space
yeah.
for people to see them because Liberia is ranked 44 as far as a place to do business in Africa, and
Wow.
so Rwanda is ranked a little top. But no, Liberia is not the least. There are other
Okay.
country way below Liberia. Of course, it's ranked 44, but Rwanda is like on top. So
Yeah.
if you're like a bank looking at this product that we're bringing to the market, right? You want to see a company where it's easily penetrable. So once it's introduced to the Rwandan market, but who has it? The product we like when we came up with it. So it doesn't really matter. It's just a strategic way to get a product into the market. Hence, then we can take it to our beloved country, and regardless of where it goes, it's designed by us. It was created by us, and that's doesn't matter.
Like I always tell you, look at you.
Look at you.
Look at you. You got good things going, representing Liberia on a higher
That's
scale. We
the
really
goal.
love you
That's
already.
just
We
just
really
subscribe, my people. This thing, and I eat it, and I
all
eat
these
it.
things, yo, yeah, my people, they get not playing around. Yo, go subscribe her. We shouldn't just. It shouldn't just be during election. You want to support politician. You want to do this. Support this girl who has this going on. If you haven't subscribed, just write this down. If you're enjoying the conversation right now, write this down. After everything, go and subscribe. Type this on YouTube. It's easy. If you want to know, maybe after this, I'll put the link in the video description. So you just click on it. If you don't want to type, you can just click on it. I will make everything easy for you. Also, once you subscribe, hit the notification button so that whenever she upload video, you can see it. A lot of my viewers they do that on with Liberian-Tv. Sometimes people will tell me, "Hey, I watch your video all the time. Whenever you're live, I'm the first person to know." So Do the same thing with her. Her videos are very informative. I always say that um, I learned a lot from her video. I even she made a video that says that you shouldn't stay in the U.S. or somewhere and send money to Liberia. And then recently, I have somebody. I'm not going to say who. I have somebody close to me who had that bad experience after she made a video. And so after that, I'm like, oh damn, this girl, I need to listen. I need to watch her videos more because everything that she said in the video, that's what happened. And I
That
felt bad for the person that it lost more
and
than 40.
ladies,
Yeah,
trust me.
yeah, and
I don't come on here just trying to tell you crap.
yeah,
Trust me.
yeah.
Um,
And a lot of people say you cannot do business in Liberia. No, you can do business in Liberia, but watch that video, and then you will see that you've been doing it all wrong. You've been doing it wrong all along. So go watch her videos, subscribe her YouTube channel. Besides that, like just support this Liberian sister. Like her videos to Liberians. I'm maybe trying to share her video on social media and stuff like that on other social media platforms besides YouTube, Facebook, and other places. People let us even if you once you subscribe and you see video that you like, share it on Facebook on other sites so that people can see. You will be helping people too. She's trying to help people, you will be helping people too. So that's what I want to say right now. If you guys don't want to ask questions, we will go because I know I've been asking her a lot of questions and I'm running out of ideas. I'm running out of questions. I've been hitting her hard with these questions. This is supposed to be conversation, just normal conversation.
so
But I think,
maybe your viewers are wondering like what what sector should they really focus on right now?
hmm
I would say agriculture. I
okay,
think there's a lot of room for agriculture. Uh, Not just only profit margin, but because it's needed, right?
yeah,
How many of us want eat every day? I mean, I
yeah,
hope you do eat every day,
yeah,
but it's needed. Food production.
yeah,
Like Africa will host half of the world population by 2050.
hmm
So that means a lot of people to feed. So if we don't have enough food, then we're going to be getting it from other countries.
yeah,
That's what we have to get back to the soil.
yeah,
So agriculture is one sector that I would say we should put our focus. And if you don't know, one thing I've started doing with I just got a partner. She's actually an American, and I told her we need to do something in Beaumont. I can't say what it is, but I will obviously provide all this information on my channel.
Yeah, well, they get and she here to keep her in the suspense at the end of this show.
As we go, I will update you guys. Well,
Yeah.
one thing I told my partner recently, she's American, of course, Black American, and I told her that she needed to make contact with some American companies that do the same thing here, that produce
Mhm.
the same thing we want to produce, and go to their farm, have a consultation with them, and speak to the person who owns it, and see how we can go learn. And luckily they responded to us. So you can do those things if you want to open like you want to have an onion farm, and you say, I don't know how onion business work. What is it? You can just send an email to somebody who mass produce onions and say, hey, I saw your website, you're doing an incredible job. I would like to open I want to have an onion farm in Liberia. Is there any way I can speak to somebody who owns it? I would like to take a little tour. Can you allow me to speak to your farmer? You trust me, they can do it. So surround yourself with people who know things,
Yeah.
um, in order to accomplish what you want to accomplish.
Any info on developing rental properties? Does
Um,
it make
rental
sense
properties
financially?
as it relates to what? Are you looking at homes? Are you looking at like let's say like a janitorial service?
Or apartment, something?
Apartment homes? Are you looking at building like maybe a salon where you can have like partitions for people to come and rent the space? Like what is it that you're referencing, and I can give you more ideas as it relates to that. I just have to know more of the info.
What if this person was talking about like apartment and houses to rent or something like that?
Yeah, it's in location it matters. I think right now people are leaving Monrovia now because of the electricity, since it's moving more towards the Robertsville Highway. So people now are more open to move there because there are two reasons why people don't move outside of Monrovia. I have seen based on research, and that's conversation that I've had with most people, is because one, transportation, electricity. So since electricity is heading that way, more people are more inclined now to move there. So if you are looking to build apartment homes, that would be an ideal location. And if transportation is mostly in those areas, people are more likely to move in those areas. Many people want to get out of like Monrovia, but because they have easy access to the electricity and easy access to transportation, therefore they feel they're so confined. But they don't have to be confined if those things are also provided in other parts of Liberia. So yeah, obviously apartment building, I would tell you, is a long-term investment. I'm not going to discourage it because there are needs, right? And one of the need that we have is a home to stay, in addition to food being a need. So that's why I say agriculture. In real estate, people will always need a place to stay regardless of the times they are in. So know the location, know that it's a long term. If you want fast money, it's not for you. I'm just letting you know the truth. But it's definitely a good business.
This one is my question. What do you think about transportation business in Liberia? For example, you buy buses and taxis and you get them running in Liberia. Is that something that is good?
If you want to do that, you will have to run it outside of Monrovia because it's saturated with those type of things. So, for example, Brewerville side would be a good side. Going to Maryland County, that would be a good, like I said, anything outside of Monrovia as it relates to that would be good. For example, if you want to do a transportation business in Brewerville, you want to do like the keke, right? Because the roads are built for those type of things. So you want to do that. But if you want to also go to another place that's like upcoming, I would tell anyone right now for free is Nimba County. If you
Hmm.
go to Nimba County, Banga, like those type of places are very, very good for that. That
Yeah, especially Ganta area, the places are they are opening. Um, yeah, so the person after you said that they said thank you. One of the big questions that's in my mind right now, you built an apartment on a $7,000. The video that we shared, the video that we all love, we
yeah,
watched more than 10,000 times, and we were thinking that how possible is this? Can you talk about that?
yeah. So yes, so I'm a good negotiator. Okay. Regardless of what I'm doing, I tend to negotiate. I think it's fair for them and it's fair for me. And if it doesn't work for me, I'm not going to spend my money. It's just easy. So the goal is to really develop that area into like to have a really sustainable real estate in that area. So I have a one bedroom. Of course, people have already rented. I have running water. I have hot water, cold water, electricity. The plumbing was great. Is a home where you're gonna be and you're gonna be like, oh my god, I'm good. Like everything is there. So it's a really self-contained apartment. And how I got to that figure is that my contractor, he works well with me. I work well with him. I negotiate my prices. I negotiate my fee from the pickup truck that take my stuff to my site to the people who build my stuff. I negotiate everything. It doesn't matter if somebody's doing my breaks, I still negotiate. Okay. Another thing that will really cost you less is that the number of times you transport your materials. I've already said this in my video. You guys can reference my videos. But like, let's say you have your estimates and somebody say you need to purchase maybe 15 bags or maybe like 200 bags of cement, right? Within yourself, you don't want to do multiple trips. You want to probably get 60% of that because oftentimes that's what's going to complete that home. But they overestimate just because they don't want you to waste their time. That's the secret. A lot of contractors will overestimate because if they tell you the exact amount, you might purchase a little by little and they don't want the work to be delayed. So they're
Yeah,
going to increase that. And so within yourself, you're like, I don't think I'm going to need that many. You need to buy at least 60%
yeah,
and then provide that. Because at the end of the day, that's going to complete the job. So, those are some of the easy things to know and treat people with respect. I
yeah.
think people from here try to be so disrespectful to other people back then. That's unacceptable behavior. If people are working with you, they don't not working for you, and so I think that's very very key and that's very important, and that's my experience. So, but if they want more info, they can go watch that video.
Another thing that I want to talk about this video, in case you missed the whole thing from the beginning, this video we will make sure we upload it to her channel by tomorrow morning by 6:45 the Californian time. The video will be available if you are on the East Coast. It's going to be like around 9:45, if I'm not making a mistake. So if you missed the beginning, you can always go there and watch it. It's going to be available on Liberian-Tv, but it's also going to be available to rewatch. If you ask question when you're rewatching it, she will respond to the
I
question.
will
It's
respond
not
because
going to be live.
I live to respond to y'all.
She loves to respond to her fans. That's why they go crazy about her. There's one girl called Success. She always
Oh,
responding.
I love Success. Oh, she calls
Yeah.
me. She's so sweet.
And if you don't know Zawadi, when she's talking about business, she's sometimes she get a little bit serious, but this girl, she got great effect on
I
people. I
just don't want
never,
anyone wasting my time with foolish. If you
yeah,
there's no such thing as a foolish question, but please be serious. My time
yeah,
is precious. If you want to talk
yeah,
business, please be
yeah,
serious. I'm not here to
yep.
to, to just deal with people who are not.
Yeah, if you don't can lie and say, "Oh, I want to buy a partner," then when she email you, they start talking nonsense that she doesn't want to hear. Then that's when the CEO thing come out. The
Exactly.
claw,
Bye. Take care. Have a good day.
bye,
Be
Felicia.
blessed now.
She will say, "Bye, Felicia." You said, "Well, be blessed now." That's even polite.
Exactly. You
It's like
got to
I would
keep
say,
a decent level of professionalism.
yeah, you gotta keep that going. There's time for fun. There's time for business, and you gotta know the difference. But anyways, what the hey, anybody else want to ask questions because we're about to go. I've been keeping this guy here. Let me put this in the Koroko. I've been keeping the guy here for over 2 hours. And they get still ready to answer your question. Other yeah, the thing when I finish before you say, "Oh, I wanted to add that other question, but and I get it, chance." So that was the name, and I asked. We giving you the chance now. Don't go there and say, "I wanted to ask." And if you want to ask question after this, you can always email her jagine@gmail.com. But this is the best time to ask because she can talk to you. She can, get more answers, and you don't have to wait maybe few hours to get her email. You can ask right now. Again, don't just finish this thing before you say, and I think that I wanted to ask question, but other people were asking question and I didn't get a chance to do it. Then the boss said it was over. I'm giving you the chance now. So, um, so what DM? Is there anything that you want to add on the whole thing? Like view Liberia, all the craziness going, the good stuff going on, the crazy stuff going on. Yeah, right now, yeah, I've been reading a lot about the COVID stuff myself. I think it's very
New subscriber.
new subscribers.
Again.
Thank you, whoever subscribed. We've been working hard to get people to subscribe. She went dark on us, but I'm sure she will come back. So let's keep talking. Yeah, I've been reading a lot about the COVID situation in Liberia, and I'm very, yeah, she's back. She wanted to see who subscribed. This girl's serious about her fan. Maybe the person subscribed and commented. So she's like, I want to take care of the fan first. Customers first. Customer is always right. One of the questions I wanted to ask about the COVID situation. Why do you, because around the world everything is going well. I mean, even the Hero 2021, there are a lot of fans on at the soccer stadium and all this stuff. Why do you think Liberia is going worse when other countries are doing good?
I think, and please, this is just observation. This is my opinion. Okay, please
Hmm.
don't take it at face value. Um, I just think because we don't take things seriously. When I was home, I wore my mask, and people were like, "But you get, what you wearing mask for yet?" And I said, "Excuse me, I wear
Hmm.
my mask because I don't keep myself safe, my man." And it's the lack of seriousness that we apply to certain things is it could be the reason why this is happening. And we our hygiene practices is very no I just want to don't I don't want to sound weird, but some of the hygiene practices can be modified a little bit.
Yeah.
I think people need to be consistent with hand washing. It's very important. um, and people need to take this serious and wear their mask. You might think this is like a fallacy, that's your perspective, but it's very evident, like that people are actually dying from it, and in Liberia now are starting to see an increase because of crowdedness. Places are being crowded. People aren't following. No, regardless of COVID, you still should be washing your hands. It really doesn't matter. This is standard procedure, standard thing that has to be done. But we are not following some
Yeah.
of those hygiene practices. So I think that's some of that the reason too. In addition to places are being crowded, people don't wear their masks. People think it's not in Liberia, and therefore it may not be in Liberia at the time, but there are influx of people coming into your country.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Sorry, people. As she was talking, I was a little bit taking looking at my phone because last night, like maybe a lot of you don't know, I have a day job. That's why once in a while I do my YouTube channel. I work in media, and I'm a super top engineer and top video person who film people like Oprah. So what I'm trying to say is that I have another job. I have stuff going on. So when she was talking, I was trying to look at my phone because somebody tried to reach out to me regarding the job we did last night. Anyway, we are back to number. I think the COVID situation there is been, I've been reading about it a lot, and it's bad. I mean, Liberia, I mean, we went through Ebola. And so when things were worse in the US and Liberia was okay, we were like, okay, because we went through Ebola, so people learned their lessons. And but to see things getting worse now is like, but people didn't learn from the Ebola. Is that I don't know what's going on. It's very disappointing and frustrating when you have family out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, so if many of you guys have your family back home, like immediately as I started to read and hear things, I call my dad. I said, please call everyone else, tell them to do this, follow these procedures. And my dad said, okay, yeah, they've listened, and I mean, that's just my family, right? But I think the information can still be shared with other
yeah,
people. If you have family and friends back home, just tell them to follow the guideline.
yeah,
Um, yeah.
yeah. That's something. Anyway, you guys ask question now or forever hold your
Hold
peace.
your peace.
Because we will be leaving soon. This girl, we've been holding her here for over 2 hours,
I
and
did another refill my mimosa people. So you
she
ask the
can,
last question so I can go.
she's gonna refill. Or we will give her the chance to go through her refill while we talk too much. Anyway, while you were thinking about your question, while she's doing her refill,
Oh, I'm allowed to go do refill?
you can go to refill. We are here.
Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
All right, Zawadi M is back with her refill. With her refill. This means the party just getting started. It seems that we are not getting out of here soon. This is a black people time. When black people tell you this is supposed to be 3 to 4, hey, we will start maybe 4 to whenever it's done. But anyway, we still try to be professional though. Good to see you two beautiful people. Thank you, Bolo. Bolo is super fan of Liberian-Tv and Zawadi M because I always see his comment. He's very supportive. I would say he because the picture that I see on his thumbnail is Yeah, he's very supportive, and I'm very excited for him. He's always supporting. Thank you so much, Bolo. You are one of those people that support your Liberian brother. I hope you're Liberian. If you're not Liberian, it's still okay. But thank you, Bolo. Be like my Bolo is like my friend Allison, Teresa, and her
Yes,
friend.
very supportive Phil.
Yeah, yeah, her friend Success. So how do you think about what would you say about the people how they are responding to your YouTube channel so far?
I mean, I'm very amazed by the support, the number of supporters that that have come across my channel, and emails. The email has been very encouraging, and
Hmm.
those that have access to my phone number, I've received a lot of calls, even if it's not about business. It's just it's encouraging to see that people want to see content relating to Liberia, and also how they can all start something in Liberia. So overall, really, it has been encouraging.
That's good. We are very glad that you are doing that because our goal is to promote you, to put you in front of many Liberians because we have the platform already. We have over 17,000 subscribers, and you are doing great job. And if all my 17,000 subscribers can follow you, I will be excited because you are giving out information that people want to see, that people need because like I was telling you, I'm not trying to make something up. When you made that video, it seems that you made the video at the right time. You made a video about don't just sit in the US and send money back home. When you did that, something those exact thing happened to people, somebody that I know, and the person spent more than I would say up to 30, 40,000 dollars, and they finally went back home and they have nothing to show. And
Yeah.
it's not like you can't do business in Liberia. You can do business in Liberia, but follow these steps, those steps that you talk about in your video. I think people should follow those steps. If that person had followed that steps, they would have been good. At the end of the day, the person told me that they had to start over somewhere else, and now they are smart. They have to, they'll be going back home to be doing other that. I'm like, okay, good, you learn your lesson. But so for some of you, you don't have to wait until you get screwed before you do something about it. Go watch this girl video. Find some of those videos that say don't just sit abroad. Or I think what was the title, if I can remember. I think it's about how to do
It's
business.
about the mistakes people make.
Yeah, the mistake people make in Liberia. Um, how did you learn these mistakes? Is that from your own business experience, or you have you made the mistake to yourself?
I'm not immune to any of these mistakes, right? So the when I first started the poultry, I would say it was like a test. First of all, it was in the wrong location. So I started the poultry in the wrong location, and then I got somebody involved who I thought would only contribute financially as a partner. But when you're running a business, you're not only looking at financial contribution, you're looking at time equity, right? You're looking at other things that helps to elevate the business. So I made two mistakes. One, having a partner who only could only invest financially, and two, the location, right? So I started the portrait business, and then I soon realized that it was not a good idea to have this individual, and also the location for it was not wasn't right. So I quickly learned from that. But the other mistakes, as far as just putting in finances without going back home, this is all based on family members, friends, and conversations that I've heard from other people that hey, somebody ate my 12,000 or somebody $10,000. Oh, I sent it to my aunt, and there's nothing to show. They showed me like another person's property and said that was mine. And I also met a lady when I went back home, not recently, but the year before, when I went back home, she's from Maryland, and she thought she was building a house. And when she got there was only a fence. I said,
Wow.
well, lucky you, my sister, at least you have a fence. But she said she invested 22,000 and there's nothing to show. And it's just very unacceptable how you invest so much money and you don't even, care to check to see if it's
Yeah.
really true. And so some of those, some of these stories, when I talked to her, I actually cry about it because um, the kind of job she does, I could tell she worked hard. and having that happen to her really broke my heart. So even now, I just want to cry about it. But excuse me.
Man, that's
You know,
yeah,
this type of things, it breaks my heart, and that's why I'm pleading with everyone: don't send your money back home if you have
yeah.
to come back to see your project.
At least go there, like you always say, go there, fi- find the right person. Don't just. I think one of the mistakes that people make, one of the things you point out, is that people say, "Oh, I want to make business, but this person is my family member,
Yeah,
so I want to." And I, that's the same story. I must. We all had these experiences. I mean, I started when I started Liberian TV. I wanted somebody back home who will be going around the town, going around Monrovia and other places, filming video for Liberian TV. I started Liberian TV back in 2011. But one of the delay was I came around family member, and everybody that I send money to, they will send me something. If I'm lucky, they send me like little video clip, maybe like 30-second video clip. I'm like, what am I doing with 30 seconds? I send you $100. You send me
but
30-second video clip. And so we keep going back and forth. The guy that I'm working with, I send all my videos now. He's not a family member. He's somebody that completely far away from my. He's just a family friend, but they knew each other from the church. So when I finally came around to him, I said, you know what, this is a good thing to work with somebody who is completely different. And this is a guy who everything he respect me, every little thing is the boss man, boss man. But when I was dealing with my family member, they would say, "Oh, but I said that all I can do." And, they try to be a little bit take it like a family situation. They don't see it as a work, as a job, and all this stuff. So yeah, you want to say something?
I think part of the reason why a lot of people tend to go with their family members, and please correct me if I'm wrong, based on your individual experience, is the fact that they think their family member has their best interest.
Yeah,
Honestly, yeah, if people really do think their family member has the best interest, and rightfully so. You
yeah,
know, Joseph in the Bible thought his brother had his right, his
yeah,
interest, but they didn't. He has his dream, and his brothers did what they did to him. Right?
yeah,
That's a biblical reference. But my point is, you think your family members do have your best interest? They don't.
yeah,
They don't. At the end of the day, they're fending for themselves. And is it that they should be blamed for it?
yeah,
Absolutely not, right? To some extent, they should be blamed for it because you would think they have your best interest, but they're
yeah,
fending for themselves. If
yeah,
I'm trying to feed myself or my family members, you send me $12,000 and I'm hungry, I'm gonna use your money. Unfortunately, that's the fact.
yeah,
The problem though is that you would rather take a risk with somebody else who you can go and sue. I'm just
yeah,
giving an example because
yeah,
sometimes we say, I can sue my family member, but if you hire someone else and they're not doing whatever they're supposed to do, they steal your money, you will be okay with suing them. What's the
yeah,
difference with your family members is because you think that's your family, and you can't, blood is thicker than water. And no, when it comes for me, when it comes to business, I don't care who you are. If
yeah,
I need to sue you, I will sue you because you did something that wasn't right.
yeah,
But how many of us are going to say, I'm going to take my family to court? Well,
yeah,
that's because you're not putting business first, you're putting family first, and that's up to you. That's your issue.
yeah,
But that's one of the issues. And then the other thing is that they don't want to pay. People are so stingy, they don't want to pay other people to do their job. I
yeah,
think one way to reduce this problem is to find is to put out applications, put out fillers, and see who want to apply. And when that person apply, don't price them. Don't tell them I'm gonna pay you $60 because somebody else is paying John Brown $60. You know the person live far away. They have to pay transportation. You have to calculate all those costs before you could offer somebody a salary. So the
yeah,
other thing you have to do, which is very crucial and important, is to ask them. So this job you're about to do with all the job description, how much do you think I should pay you?
yeah,
And then you engage them, and if they tell you you're supposed to pay me X, Y, and Z, most times they even go under what you were thinking, and then you come back to what you were actually thinking. Very, very key. And but if you don't do that, you think, oh, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna send my family member, I'm not gonna pay them, and no, you're making a mistake. Don't do
yeah.
it. Not
And
do it.
I just want to make one thing clear. We are not saying that, oh, you know why, don't do something with family member at all. The thing is, make sure that if that family, because for example, when you wanted the land, you contacted your dad and he actually bought the land for you.
Yeah, it's
So
I,
there are some family member who really will seek your interest to do it. But what we are saying, don't just sit here and say, you know what, I'll just send the money to the family member
but
and they
guess
are
what,
saying,
Jeff?
yeah,
What was also different from what I did with my dad? I told my dad to go look for that land, but guess what? There was somebody else who wasn't my family member who went with my dad. It's not that I don't trust my dad,
Yeah.
but because it's business. This is
Yep.
it. If I was doing it for like just formality, it wasn't business, I wouldn't care for it. But I'm a
Yeah.
business person, and I feel like while my dad may have my personal interest, my dad may not have my business interest. Those are two different things.
Yeah. That's true. That is true, and people really need to. That's why they need to watch some of your. They need to watch your videos. They need to follow you. We are not just saying that just to promote you, but these are things that will really help them. We all there are a lot of Liberians. I would say maybe I'm not giving. It's not a real number, but I would say a lot of people. 80% of people either you know somebody or you've been through that situation before where you send money to a family member and they just take the money. I had somebody arguing with me before. Like, this is what I want. This is easy. You can do this. And they say, well, that's too, and they try to make it sound like family situation. Oh, then let me, well, the way you're talking to me, and I like it, so I'll go talk to your mom, something like that, my auntie. But this is their business. It's not about going to auntie and complaining. So all these things, I think people need to learn. They need to learn. We shouldn't just sit down and say, "Oh, you know what? You can't do business in Liberia because you can do business in Liberia."
Because when people experience as a form of failure,
Yeah,
one thing people have to understand is that you're always going to fail when it comes to business. Okay.
yeah, of course.
But how you get back up and how you re-strategize. Look at
Yeah.
Warren Buffett. Who said Warren Buffett, one of the richest men, or Bill Gates? None of them, they had some level of failure at the beginning.
Thomas Edison is number one example that a lot of people give. I mean, even though you're an invention, but still failing in life and
Yeah,
not getting
Warren
up.
Buffett, one of the billionaires I follow every morning. I read Forbes magazine. One of his advice is that don't be afraid of failure.
Yep.
If you are so much afraid to fail, then you have not tried anything.
Yeah.
If you fail the first time, you just have to come and re-strategize. If
Yeah.
you knew the strategy that you used before didn't work, you have to re-strategize and reassess and re-strategize and reassess again
Yeah.
until you perfect something. But you
Yeah.
can't say because I tried. Well, you tried sending money to your family member, it didn't work out. So now you say, "Oh, I'm not gonna do it." No, no, no. How about you try? You go home.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work out, you try again
Yeah.
and see how that goes. But you send money to your family, it doesn't work. Oh no, I don't want to do business anymore. No, you did. You
Yeah.
didn't do business in Liberia. You send money to your family member. Those
Yeah.
are two different things.
Yeah, and yeah, that's the thing. It's like some of those family members they can actually do what you are telling them, but the problem is they get tempted by the money, and the next thing you know, they take the money and say, "Oh, the person is my brother," and that all they're thinking about. If you're doing business with somebody else, they are seeking your interest. They're like, "Oh man, this person is doing this for me. Let me be serious about it." The guys my main number one guy that I do the Liberian-Tv stuff with. Every time he knows that every month that's how his family is getting something. So he's very serious and he doesn't know me. He's like, somebody else is doing this for me. Let me do this for them too. So it's just that teamwork we have. But your family member, they sometimes they don't see it. It's just okay. It's like a rich child who parents are maybe the parents is supporting them and they are not really they're like, oh man, I'm getting it every time, so I'm not something. But if there's somebody else you are helping, they're like, you know what, this person doesn't know me, they're not my family, and they're doing this for me, let me be serious about it. But people need to really know the difference. Family member, if you would do business with family member, at least be there, make sure
You
you're
know
serious.
what my supervisor at the farm he always tells me, and I make sure he understands. He always tells me, say, Emma, if you ever say you didn't want to do eggplant, the business is called eggplant in Birmingham. He said, Emma, if you say you didn't want to do eggplant, I'm gonna be the one suffering, and you be the one in America working and having your money. And I said that is so true, because if you use $5,000, right? If I send you $5,000 to do my business, and you decide you would not do the business accordingly, I can go to work in 2 weeks and get $5,000. But guess what? That $5,000 gonna be gone from you. You are still the one suffering. And so
Yeah,
it's so interesting that my manager always said that to me, because at the end of the day, I'm okay.
yeah, that's good. Good to know. I don't know. With this information, this all this stuff we are talking about are just so interesting. I think we got to bring you on the show again. I got to make sure you come here almost every week because you see my viewers. I cannot do this live without you. I mean, my viewers every time they're like, "Are you gonna bring that girl? You're gonna bring Zawadi M?" I was like,
I will that guy I can talk with it.
I said that girl, she has a lot going on. If she's just being cool with me, that's why she's doing this live stuff with me. But she got so much going on. If you know how this girl spent her day,
Hmm.
you will know that she got so much going on. I mean, it's yeah, and I really appreciate you a lot for always making time to come on Liberian TV, for interacting with my fam, for being so cool. You got so much going on. You still put up that smile, that smiling face, and it's just amazing. We appreciate you on Liberian TV. We appreciate you. Like one of the good thing I can say right now is people, please go subscribe to her YouTube channel.
Yes, go subscribe to my
Not
channel.
people,
The goal of this channel is really to put Liberia on a map, right? Because
yeah,
we are very underrepresented people.
yeah,
It's not, you see this all the time. You know, we have so much information that's out there that's not good for our image. And my goal really is to provide positivity and also to encourage all of us that encourage all of us regarding the opportunities that are in Liberia. So the more you subscribe, the more eyes people are able to see with the channel, and we grow and we encourage people to do things back in Liberia. And any questions you have, I'm able to help you, guide you to the right person, or perhaps I can answer them. And all of us who can, meet our goals and objectives. So don't waste time. Go subscribe. Yeah.
yeah, please go subscribe. I think the last time when I said this, somebody actually went and subscribed. So I'm gonna say it again. Um, just type in Zawadi M on YouTube. If you can't go there right now because you are enjoying our conversation, just take pen and paper, write it down, Zawadi M. And after this live thing, you can go and subscribe. Like I always say, watch one or two videos, and see what happens. You will like her videos. They're very informative. I mean, everybody diehard fan. They can't wait to talk to her. When she talked to some of the fans that are lucky enough to get her on the phone, they're like, "Oh, girl,
Oh yeah, I love
girl." I
already.
know.
They're
Oh my god.
so kind. I've had some really good people call me, and they're so kind, and I appreciate it.
And Zawadi, her personality too is great. Like I was saying, business wise, she can be she's very serious about her business. But when it comes to person too, she's very social. She's good with people. I've seen some of the people that sometimes they would just tell her, girl, just one time by meeting her, the next thing you know, like they knew each other forever. I'm like, wow, this girl.
Oh, you were just so kind.
Yeah, it's like, wow, you are so kind too. You know how to talk to people. I'm like, wow, I wish I have your skill to just meet somebody. The next thing you know, like you've been knowing each other for 20 years.
That,
That's
that,
that's
that's that Manchester United personality.
that's the Manchester. Well, I'm with you on that because I'm super Manchester United fan. That's one thing we have in common. One of those things. But yeah, Liberia is another thing that we have in common. Like we both want the best out of Liberia. We want
Mhm.
Liberia to be great.
Yeah.
But you see, every time I talk about going, people start watching again. Your will, my people.
But
I
y'all
gotta
gotta
figure it.
ask, y'all gotta join into the conversation and or ask questions as it relates to anything.
Please jump because if you play with me, you're not ask question of me, I will turn the thing off right now.
I'm such a dictator.
What you say?
Is it a dictatorship or
Well, that's how it sound like. Sometimes as CEO, you got to be tough. Mm.
something?
It's like, just say, yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not like that. You can be.
My staff, most of my staff come to my door all the time, and oh, you're so nice. I say, yeah, trust me, I'm being nice right now. No, but
Yeah,
it's always good to be nice.
yeah. It's going to be nice. I know they really enjoy working with you. So what the M? Well, you miss California. I know you used to live in California, and
You
you moved.
know, I don't miss the traffic.
Yeah, of course.
That's a
Right.
fact.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't miss hiking because I still go hiking every weekend
Mm.
over here.
Amen.
What do I miss? I miss my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them
There's
are
so much in California. The weather.
actually Poland weather is actually very
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna turn the camera so you can see. Very, very nice.
Yeah,
You see, this weather is nice. You see?
we can see nice weather. Wow. So you
Yes,
don't miss.
exactly. I don't
And
miss
the place is
it.
clean too. I mean, I've been to Poland before, and the first time I went there, I just went out and I just smelled the air. The air smelled nice. But yeah, Poland is a nice place. It's a great state. I like the trees though. It's like Liberia, the forest. Like
It's
the
very green. It reminds
yeah,
me as far as the climate. People are nicer. Traffic is, not so busy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, we hope you'll find other reason for you to come visit. I would
Of
stick to
course,
California.
California is like it's my second home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Liberia is your first, right?
I will always be the first.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Poland is now your second.
Poland is my fourth home. Ghana is my third home.
Oh, Ghana, yeah. Wow. Why Ghana?
I lived in Ghana for years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I live in
Yeah.
Ghana. Oh yeah, I Etisang, Charlie Etisang.
You lost me there.
Exactly, that's what I thought.
I haven't been to Ghana. Well, I hung out with some Nigerian, but no, there's when I was little, 14 years old, I used to visit my uncle in a gold camp in
Okay,
Grange area, and there was this Ghanaian who he used to work with us. Man, this guy worked hard. They're very hard worker.
mhm.
And that guy, every time he used to tell me, David, say you gotta work, and you will be. He's one of those people that I would say that really made me as a person working hard now. Like some of the jobs that I do now, I'm like, I've seen it all. Yeah, but he was very hard worker. He would be speaking a Ghanaian stuff to me. I'm like, dude, I have no idea what you're saying. Yeah, but he was a very nice guy too. A lot of the Ghanaians are really nice, good people, like good personality. Well, how about doing business in Ghana? What would you say about that? Do you have any
The
knowledge?
market is overly saturated,
Mm,
indicating that to penetrate the market now is going to be hard for anybody because it's like you're getting into a market that already people have already taken over. It's very hard for you to penetrate as a new investor.
mm,
So how you might want to go about that is to partner with people who've already established themselves. So you won't have a stake in the company. It's going to be like minimum, like maybe 5 to 6% depending on their share value. But it's a good place to do business. It's
yeah.
just saturated.
Is that the same? That's the same reason you been encouraging Liberians like go back home now because at some point you may not get the chance to go to like to you may not get a chance to start business there because the competition will be too high. This is the
Yeah,
time to establish.
I had a property in Awutu, which is
Hmm.
in Ghana, and I had to sell it because the value increased so much.
Mm,
And trying to expand beyond, I was trying to go to Takra Day to
hmm.
get like additional properties, but the value just went up, and that place was like a lot of bush. In Awutu was a lot of bush. People didn't really know about the place, whatever. That's when I put my investment there. But then this is 2021, the beginning of 2020. I inquire about that place, and it's just it
Wow.
exploded. And so that's part of the reason because I tend to like follow trends and see what's happening, and also to like where Liberia is headed, which is why I've been advising people like you need to act right now, or else you're going to regret it later on. Just
Yeah.
because if you look at Senegal, right, look what Akon is doing to Senegal. What do you think? What do you think going to happen? These are two West African countries. So you have Senegal, you have Ghana, and you have the influx of people living, following those trends, and they can't get piece of the pie from those countries. They're gonna go
Yeah.
to neighboring countries, like our country or Sierra Leone. So you have to really think about those type of things, and open your eyes. Or else, I'm so sorry. You guys are gonna watch this thing later sometime in the near future and say, "Oh, this girl said it,"
Yeah.
and I don't want you to regret.
So I think we might be at the point where we will leave. We are getting at that point where we will, end this. But there's one question that I have. I'm not saying that's the only question. I'm just saying, um, what based on your point, this might not be correct, and maybe your information might not be like fully something that you may research on. But what can you? How many African countries? What are your top five African countries you can do business in?
Um, let's just
From
remove.
your perspective.
Let's just alleviate biases. Liberia,
Hmm.
and I've said in my video just because the Liberia is like is very open and the opportunities is already there, and I'm very familiar with the place, so that's like my top. Rwanda is my number two country to do business because, like I said, I'm highly fintech is highly my focus in that place, and clean energy. We're looking at solar panels in Rwanda too. That's the secondary business in Rwanda. The next place is Ghana, just because like I have some experience, like I said, real estate, but that place that I sold. So I have that experience there. And as far as external businesses that I have done with, acted with, as far as different countries, Senegal is very easy for us to do business because with the fintech, we needed we needed approval to add
Don't
into
talk
the
about
business.
that business now. They
Yeah,
talk
that's why I'm
about
not really going too
okay.
much into it. But we
Okay.
needed approval, right, from Senegal. And so it was very easy to navigate the whole thing, even though they're French speaking, but it was so easy to navigate the business dynamic. And then we have a partnership with Kenya. So those, that place was very easy. The next thing I would say is it's easy to do business, but it's not my favorite. It's like Burkina Faso. I also do have a connection in Burkina Faso, but Ouagadougou is okay, but it's not like there's just some things about it that I wouldn't say it's my top five. So my top five in this order would be Liberia, Rwanda, Ghana, Kenya, Senegal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. But beside the top five countries, if you're looking at other country
If
like
I want to go invest right now, go in Gambia.
oh Gambia,
Gambia,
why Gambia?
huh?
Why Gambia?
Gambia, Gambia is opening up, and the money from the diaspora has increased to some extent. So I'll go there. It's easy to do business there because when my area application first developed, we made some we made some connection there, and the processes were easy to navigate if we were to follow through on it. So that would be like a place definitely, and also there has been influx of people trying to go there to develop businesses.
I don't mean to cut you off, but yay, your number one fan is here.
Ooh.
But, yeah, success.
Yeah.
Hey, success. Good having you. We were just talking about you. That's how important you're a great person. You always follow us. You follow me. You follow Sawadi. You are a great fan. One day I'm gonna when
Yes,
I'm giving
she's so
prices. When
positive.
I'm giving prices. When I'm giving prices, you are one of those people on the list. But don't tell the other people. Um,
Success is so she's so encouraging.
yeah,
She wants me to get to this 1,000 because she obviously value what I put out there,
yeah.
and we text here and there. She's just very kind and sweet, and so yeah.
How I have Addison.
Oh, you do have Allison. That's your
I
friend.
have Addison. That's how you have success. She's so incredible. She's following you every time. Every video you upload, I see the comment. I'm like, wow, this girl, she's super fan. That's good.
She's very supportive in anything
Yeah,
she wants to do back home. Obviously I don't want to say, but whatever she wants to do back home, I've already given her my word that I will help her with it.
yeah,
And yeah.
yeah. But anyway, people, you guys are super fans too. Don't let that get into you. I'm just saying. But even Teresa is great. Allison is great.
Oh yeah, Teresa.
Retired African Bolo, my homeboy Bolo. He's always following us. He's following you. He's following me. So that's a good thing. Somebody asked this question. How about what about Togo?
I don't really know more. I don't know a lot about Togo.
Mhm.
However, actually, somebody who recently did my hair, she's from Togo.
Oh wow.
The girl who did my hair, she's from Togo.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really know a lot about Togo.
Hmm.
But however, I did watch a video about this guy doing real estate there. And so I think they have a good real estate market. That's all I know about it. Um, yeah.
You don't have to say anything bad, but I just want to, I'm not trying to get you in certain situation where people say, oh, but what's up with her? But what are your top five countries that you are not looking into doing business in Africa, like
Shit.
for whatever reason?
My Naija people, don't kill me, please.
Now why? Oh, now why? What in this girl trying to say now, my people?
Naija people, don't kill me, oh, but no, I'm not doing business in Nigeria. Um, Part of the product that we were building, well, that's coming to the market. We wanted to connect with some Nigerian banks, and
Mhm.
it's just not that cool. I think there's a lot of instabilities in the country. So I hate to talk about. I hate to talk bad about other African countries just because everybody's doing the best they can. But as far as business and giving a business advice that personally I wouldn't pursue with, I would say Nigeria. It's not somewhere that I would do business long term. That it's just too. It's too unstable. Um,
My father be the Igwe, and you're saying this Igwe.
No,
What
but
are you
it's
saying?
just not stable.
No.
I don't think that's just my advice. But if you want
Yeah.
to have a business, that's your issue. The other place is DRC,
Okay.
Democratic Republic of Congo. It's
Yeah.
not safe. It's not safe. It's not stable.
Yeah.
So
Politically.
politically it's not stable because that's one of the things that you have to assess, right? If the
Yeah.
country is politically stable, that's fine. Your investment can obviously be okay there. As you know, my very good friend, her mother is from Congo, Katia, and her mother's from Congo. Dad is Lebanese. Her mom is Congolese and Greek, right? So we do follow some of the trends, things that are happening in that country. So I wouldn't necessarily say to go and invest there. It's not going to go far. So those are the two countries that I have had like close interaction with, and I wouldn't
Mhm.
necessarily want to like put my foot
Recommend.
there. I would say Burkina Faso. I'd mentioned Burkina Faso earlier. We do
Yeah.
have partners there. Vanessa Kuda, she's there with the banks, the World Bank. It's hard to navigate if you don't speak French, and the the need some mindset change. The mindset has to, to, to somewhat be modified, right? In terms of newness, welcoming newness. So that's a place. Yeah. As far as that's my immediate interaction, so I wouldn't expect to say five more just because I don't want to say things out of my head. I'm only saying this based on my initial interaction,
Yeah.
and I've interacted with the product that's coming to the market. Obviously, it's a it's a global product, so we needed to interact with as many African countries as we could.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. People tell me you're talking business, and I'm not trying to be prejudiced or anything like that, but some people will say, "Oh, the Chinese are taking over Africa." What do you have to say about that? Like, do you see the Chinese taking over Africa business wise and all this stuff?
I mean, the Chinese have taken over Zimbabwe. The Chinese are going to be taking over Zambia. Um, the Chinese are going to be taking over God knows where. The Chinese only take over places where the, there is like national hold, like it's not a highly regulated in some sense, and also too that there is very limited follow through. Because when you see Rwanda, Paul Kagame, the reason I know about Rwanda, like I said, I do business there. Most majority of the people on my team are from Rwanda. Um, Even the lady who does the finance, she's from Rwanda. The office space, all of those people over there are from Rwanda. The tech guys from Rwanda. So anyway, Paul Kagame does not allow certain things. And
Mm,
so if you're not abiding by some certain things, he's one of the no nonsense president.
yeah.
And the people in Rwanda did themselves can see. Um, he's not allowing that take over, right? So that's that. So then if you also go to Ghana, I read a story where the Chinese were like the elephant horns or like trying to take those things and they got arrested, right? So like it really depends on what type of policies you have in your country and to see how much influence you want there. So like some of those countries, like I said, Rwanda, Ghana, they're not going to allow the kind of stuff. Tanzania was doing okay. I know the president recently passed away, and a
Yeah.
female running
Yep.
Tanzania.
I
I don't
read
know
that.
now, but those countries, I would say. But China, Chinese take over a place where they feel they can.
Yeah. So the last question that I might ask before we go, I know I've been saying this, we go, but then people come online, then we get going. You're on your maybe second or third glass of wine, and
Actually,
not
I'm
wine, but juice.
almost done with my mimosas.
we yeah. So, my question is, how do you see Africa, the future of Africa when it comes to business?
Africa is the continent for business. If anyone is aware of Jeff Bezos,
Mm,
the owner of Amazon, multi-billionaire, okay, decides I'm gonna leave Asia, but I'm going to go to Africa. Okay, what does that tell you?
the potential is there.
Potential is huge.
Yeah,
The labor force is awesome.
yeah,
The number of people who are to live on the continent by 2050 is huge.
yeah,
It tells you that Africa is the future. I mean, as far as resources, Africa has been it, right?
yeah,
But as it relates to business opportunities, the continent itself is so rich. It has so much more to offer, just not just aesthetically, but financially. And that's why people are going there. You see,
yeah,
Facebook is trying to take over Nigeria, talking about, oh, we're going to make sure that, the internet connectivity on the whole continent is colonialism. Like, I don't want to get into that kind of topic,
yeah,
but if you look at these big companies going to Africa, it's not just that they're trying to take data away from you, but because there's financial motives.
yep.
There's so much financial motive there. So I won't say this again. If you don't invest in Africa right now, you'll be sorry.
Yeah, and one of the thing about Africa too is that the competition is not as compared to other countries,
It's not
other
there.
continents. Yeah,
It's not there. The competition is not it's not there at all. So
yeah,
anyone going like PayPal is in Ghana.
yeah,
Before PayPal went to Ghana, it took them some time to kind of like really evaluate the market. But then they realized, oh no, 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 there's so much potential, and these companies are going. Why do you think these big companies are going there, right? They see the margin, the profit margin that can come from out of it so much that is the competition is not much there. I was on a live this morning, Jabari's live, and I put that in there that Hilton Hotel is breaking ground in Liberia. It was supposed to last year, but due to COVID, they put a stop to it. Hilton is not in Ghana. Hilton is going to Liberia. Ask yourself,
yeah,
why a multi-million dollar, almost
yeah.
what probably maybe $1 billion company
$800
decide to
company. Yeah.
go. Hilton Hotel is a big
Oh
company.
yeah,
Decide to go to Liberia. Ask yourself a little bit. Just
yeah,
step back and ask yourself why this Hilton isn't going to Ghana.
yeah.
Why is this Hilton going to Liberia?
Is
They
that
can
the inheritance?
the same procurement process through
Yeah,
contracting.
yeah,
Why Liberia? If you don't think money is there, why does a big hotel chain want to go to Liberia?
yeah. That's the thing that a lot of people, we Liberians need to start looking at. I mean, I myself, trust me, it's been something that on my mind. Like, we got to act because all these people are seeing they see the future. They see the future and saying that this country can be. And these businesses like Hilton, they don't just go and say, you know what?
Hilton and Sheraton, they don't just go to
Yeah.
any
They don't
country.
just go there and say, you know why? The place is pretty. The place has nice beaches. Let me go there. They make their research, they predict stuff, they have their investors, they have expert people that go and make research and see how the future of that place is gonna look before they can make a move. And if these people can do this, we Liberians need to step up. We really need to do something. Not just sitting down and saying, I will do it, I will do it. I myself today, when I sit down, I just think about it and think, man, there are so many times that I said I would do it, I would do it, and I didn't do it. But now it's you got to do something because
You'll
either
be
now
sorry,
or
Jeff, if
never.
you don't.
Huh?
You'll be sorry if you don't.
Oh yeah, you'll be sorry. That would be one of the biggest regrets. I mean, you'll be telling your kids, "I remember when this was like this, and I could have done it." Then
Speaking spider stories
they
every
said, "Dad, don't even tell me that." Yeah. So one other thing, we will keep you. We hope you'll stay with us until 2 p.m. Is that okay with you?
What time is it? Yep, that's
It's,
fine. 2 p.m.
yeah, we got a few minutes. So people, please ask question. Please ask question because this girl been incredible. She been giving all the information. Like I was saying, if you miss the interview from the beginning, this video will be available on her channel tomorrow morning by 6:45 California time. On the East Coast, it's going to be 9:45, and Liberia is going to be. Let's just see. It's going to be like Liberia is going to be
7 hours ahead. So then,
2 something. Yeah, 2 something. 2 p.m. Yeah, I'm just trying to do the math in my head, but yeah. But anyway, the video will be available so you can re-watch it. Um, Also, you can subscribe Zawadi. We always say that you guys, you're making me scratch my vein every day. We, but now this girl should have about 5,000 subscribers by now. 10,000 subscribers by now. I have 17,000. You guys go check out her channel. Don't just mind what I'm saying. Just check out the channel. Type that name Zawadi M on YouTube and check it out and see. If you don't like it, that's cool. But I'm sure you will like it because like a lot of the Liberian YouTube channel. I'm not trying to pull channels down, but there are some Liberian YouTube channel that just talk about government, from government to government, politics, and all this stuff. It's good to have a YouTube channel that talk about how we can solve the problem, how we can do this, how we can do that, how you can do this and save money, how you're not going to get yourself into one of those situations where you're spending thousands of dollars, sending thousands of dollars in Liberia, and some of those people that are sending their money, they're working janitorial jobs. They're working all kind of
oh
odd
yeah,
jobs. And
absolutely.
it's very sad to see somebody who is working so hard cleaning people's houses in America or other places. And
But Jeff, do you
yeah,
know something? I almost helped this person recently. She's from Senegal. She work at our my company right now.
hmm,
Here, she worked as a janitor.
yeah,
She showed me how mansion she's building in Senegal. And I was like, what the
yeah.
hell? And she
That's
said, hey, I need to work more hours. Is there any way you can connect with the department? Because she realized I'm from Africa too. And she's like, oh, my sister. I was like, don't get used to that now. But when I saw her house and she said, I've been working. I'm like, if a lady like who's the janitor, her salary is not as much, has this mansion back in Senegal, honestly, what are we doing?
yeah. And that's it. And some of us, I think most of us from the beginning, I'm one of those, I can use myself as an example. It's like we were thinking like, oh, you know what, I'll save this money, I'll save $100,000 before I start business. I think what a lot of people are doing is that they start little by little, send little money, and $1,000, $2,000 until the next thing you know, they have business. And that's one thing I learned by meeting you, to be honest with you, 100%. One thing I learned about you because your entertainment center, you've been doing it little by
Yeah,
little. The apartment, you did it little by little.
yeah.
The 40 grand that you spent, you didn't just say, you know what, check
Huh.
100 grand, 40 grand. But that's one thing I learned because back in 2000, I think that was 2016 when I made my plan. I said, I'm going to start business in Liberia. Besides doing the Liberian-Tv stuff. And I was like, you know what, let me start saving money. And I started saving money until, 2019, 2020, COVID came. I'm like, okay, now the money that I save, I have to use it for this, for that. So I learned that if I had started business that time, but now I would have had maybe something going.
Yep.
So that's one thing. I'm saying this story. I'm telling this story because most of us, I know there are a lot of Liberians out there that said the same thing too. I want to start business, but let me save a lot of money. Let me save 100K. Let me save 50K before I start. You can start with maybe $2,000, and you find something to do. You just keep doing it. But that's why they always say, go there first, check it out. Even if you're here and you think you have to do it, get another person to go as your eye and make sure that it's not that just that one person trying to tell you, oh, I buy the land for you. Oh, I do this for you. So that's just my
And yeah, lastly too, like the like I said prior, is that people who are purchasing land from me, I the first thing I do is ask them, do you have any worker in Liberia, any friend, anyone who you trust
hmm
to go and check out this land to make sure it's legit? That's
Yeah.
the first thing I ask them. And if you say, okay, I do, then you make an appointment with my team. They go show you the land, right?
Hmm.
After the land is purchased, I ask you, do you want your original copy to be sent to you in the U.S. or wherever you are, or do you want me to give it to the person back in Liberia, like this gentleman on Tuesday? His land is going to be given to his sister. His land papers will be given to his sister. So if you are not there and you say, you know what, I have somebody there who can legit go and take a look at the land, video me from there, and then you can give me my land paper. That's okay too. But before you do the building process, please go home.
All right. So, Sawadi, we got 1 minute to go, but guess what happened?
Well,
The viewers went up again. It's almost that they just want us to, it went up, even far up. I'm like, come on, we gotta go, people. Well, since you guys just coming on, we will tell you that you can subscribe to what DM. This is the just type that. It's like I'm smoking at it. I'm like, oh, I'm telling you guys, go subscribe to what DM. Another thing I want to say is that this video gonna be available on her channel. So if you already subscribed her, but you missed the beginning of this video, you're gonna see it there. You can also watch the video on Liberian-Tv. But like people like Success who are just coming on, you can
success.
go,
Hey girl.
you can watch it on Zawadi M YouTube
Hey
channel, and
girl.
it will
Hey
be great.
girl.
Yeah. So any last thing before we go? People are watching, they are not asking questions, so I think we
They
will.
just want to be sitting down there, just just chilling. Just chilling.
You want to speak little Korokwa before we go?
My people, y'all go to try to day channel, yeah, yeah.
The only thing here you see they get when you're talking to her. Certain times she'll be speaking the Korokwa, you say, what? And she'll be speaking the Siri.
I
The,
heard you see you.
she'll be speaking all the BB Siri
I heard you see
with
you.
the medical terminology. I say, what thing they get talking now again? And then when she's ready to speak Korokwa, you say. She surprised me though when she went to Liberia. She started speaking
Oh
Korokwa.
yeah, I enjoy myself.
I
My
said, they
people,
go,
you come for me, oh, you come for me.
my favorite line was Kaba, Banabe Kaba. I say yes. That's the M that I know. She is Banabe Kaba. We are going Kaba. I don't I don't know why that is always ringing in my ear. Banabe Kaba. We're eating Kaba. Let me see. So says I would definitely watch the replay on her channel. So that's your girl.
Yeah, she's my home girl, man.
Yeah, she said she will watch it, and I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Okay, one of those the Liberian-Tv thing that like Zawadi M, and that's a good thing. I love it that people like your channel. That's the main intention of sharing it.
It's funny I sleep. I still need to make my greens. Oh my god.
I know, right? I need to go buy stuff too, but it's just so hard to leave these people. But anyway, people, thank you so
But
much.
if they have questions, if they don't have anything else to add, I have to go.
Yeah, so let's do this. People, we're about to leave. If you have any question, please ask that question now or forever hold your peace.
Mhm.
I say that all the time. And another thing, if you have question that you say, oh, I wanted to ask the gay question, but because you were talking too much, you want to put a blame on me, I know I'm talking too much. You can email her, jagine@gmail.com. And I know this girl, she will respond to you. If you go to her YouTube channel, you subscribe and comment on one of her videos, say, hey, I wanted to ask you a question. She will respond, I know for sure. So, subscribe her YouTube channel or email jagine@gmail.com. The email address that I put up there a few minutes ago. This is it. Email her, but only for business. This girl don't. She's not ready for nonsense.
Yeah, please. If you just gonna call me and email me for something else, I'm sorry.
She is one of the kindest and the polite person that I know. But when it comes to her business, she take it very serious. I don't think that she's trying to be rude, but she's just trying to take her business serious. So if you email her, ask a business question, no nonsense, no all the crazy question, all the small boy then question you can be asking people. That we're not trying to be rude, we're just trying to say be professional, my people. So all right. So Zawadi M, we just want to say thank you very very much. I always like to have you on my show. You and I would know each other, but the conversation on Liberian TV is always great and amazing. My fans like to watch you. They're always asking like, "Hey, we want Zawadi. We want Zawadi. We
Oh
want."
yeah, that's
The fans said they were planning protest. Said
great.
we are in a time now in which people protest for everything. They say we will protest. We will make sure we gather in front of Liberian TV office until you bring Zawadi. So I'm glad you found it here because I don't want the people blocking roads and other things. We want Zawadi on Liberian TV.
Oh, they're
Wow.
so kind. Poor
Yeah,
thing.
they are very kind. It's, yeah, it's good that Liberians are re-putting Liberia up front. Yeah, so Zawadi,
That's the goal. That's the goal. Really, that's the goal.
yeah. So at the end, we just want to say thank you again because of you. You saved the fans said you're gonna grab me and beat my butt, but because you're here now, they don't have to shoot my black eyes.
Oh, okay.
She said, "Oh, I haven't heard that in years." Um, but thank you so much. I really appreciate you for. On a serious note, I appreciate you for always coming on my show and hopefully keep doing what you do. Don't give up. Oh, one of the questions that I was supposed to
Oh
ask
my God,
you.
Jeff. Go
No,
ahead.
no, no. I was supposed to ask you. It was about government official, but you didn't answer it because we were talking about
Who?
some government official. Have people reach out to you to say, "Oh, we like what you're doing business wise"? Like,
Yeah, it's some people in government. Yeah, they contact me all the time.
okay, yeah,
Yeah, they
but
contact me all the time. Like the thing, I'm like US ambassador. No, I'm not.
yeah, that's a good thing though to see those people reaching out to you and saying something like that. That's a great thing.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know if they manage to see my stuff, but they
yeah.
do and say, "Oh, you can you be talking to you down there." I know you.
Yeah. The good part is we are not going off on them about corruption, who eat this money, who is
Yeah,
this, who is that. That's the good part about it. I'm doing the same thing. Liberian TV is not about who is in power. It's about who can make the difference or how we all can make the difference. So, and you are doing the same thing too. But anyway, thank you so much, Awadiam. And thank you so much, viewers, for watching our YouTube channel. We really appreciate you. And one more time, subscribe to Awadiam.
it has been my pleasure, and for many of your viewers, thank you all for tuning in. Together, we all can make an impact in Liberia. Whether it's small or big, your impact is substantial and is needed in Liberia. And so, do not be discouraged. Always be encouraged. And as always on my channel, I always say, give your friends and family, brother and sister, your boyfriend, your side Jew, your chamo, give them a hug. Tell them how
Mhm.
much you care. Tell them how much you love them because you know what? We are spreading love on this channel and be blessed. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, Dawadi, and we hope to have you again on our channel. We hope you can. I know you're a busy person. Yeah, but we will still manage to get you. However, way we approach you to get you here, we will do the same technique again to get you here.
Sounds good. Just make come butter and I'll be here. Bye bye.
Oh
Take care.
yeah. All right. Bye bye.
Take care.
All right. Bye. All right, thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate Zawadi M for coming here and spending 3 hours plus with us. That was big. I mean, a lot of you've been requesting her, and I'm glad she was able to come here. I'm gonna go, so I just want to say I appreciate you guys for watching. All those people been watching, commenting, and everything. I really appreciate you. If you have any question, email Liberian-TV@gmail.com. If you had any question that you didn't ask our DM, you can always email her, January@gmail.com. If you, oh, who just come in? Oh, that's, well, sorry, you come late. We're about to go. Um, Yeah, like I always say, subscribe to YDM. A lot of you been waiting for her, and if you haven't subscribed her, go subscribe her. Thank you very much. I hate to leave when people are still watching. I really like the viewers, the fan, and everybody. Um, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Bye bye. See you next time.